One of each of the 3 ringleader cards, Mastermind, Thief, and Pickpocket. Their tableau and 3 is tokens from the coffers. Place the remaining ringleaders. Shuffle the remaining specialist cards and deal 3 cards to each player to complete their starting hand. Place. Oh. Shuffle the remaining specialist cards and deal 3 cards to each player to complete their starting hand. Place the specialist deck in the center of the play area with room nearby for the discard pile.
I believe in us to figure this out. We are some amount of capable.
3. So hang on a second.
How many cards do we start with?
We start with 6.
3 that everybody knows, and then 3 that are secret. So
you have 3 masterminds, and then 3 randomly selected specialists. I've already
Friends be scamming. Always be scamming.
Always.
ABS. Always be scamming.
I thought that was stood for anti-lock brake system.
Always be scamming.
What do you think the anti-lock brake system is? It's a scam.
It kind of is, yeah.
There you go. Hey,
Look,
James,
I'd rather just have my wheels lock up and just come skidding to a halt, rather than have the brake pedal feel like the machine is trying to break it off as it tries to force it back up through my foot.
I can understand the functional use. It's just that, in my experience, it gets false positives and fucks you up more.
A player that has most recently committed a legal infraction, no matter how minor, is the start player and will go first.
Rolling Sir Chonker's highest is, in fact,
a good way to avoid
statutes of limitations.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I would have probably wound up going first, because I'm pretty positive I accidentally ran a red light recently.
No.
I sped on the way over.
Callahan was the last one to drive, and as everyone who has talked to a cop knows, it is literally only a matter of time while driving before you break.
He also technically committed Grand Theft Auto.
No, I didn't take the car. I just took the keys.
Meh. You're walking a fine line there.
And there were other laws today. I'm sure of it.
Well, we're rolling search honkers so that you don't go to prison.
So Callahan, as clearly the most prison-bound of us, which of the hands would you like?
I'll take the one pointing at me.
All right.
Any cards that start
Seems to make sense.
Go to the
Right.
right.
I can look at these, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna take the swamp.
So all the cards in the refresh area back.
You may also have to reach for cards for PJ
Play
because so he
continues.
doesn't strain his muscles.
Yeah, he might have to move his little
Play continues in the next.
I had a good combo.
Fuck. So there's only ever going to be 1 card in the refresh area at any given time anyway.
Who's
That makes
scamming?
no sense.
Lots of people are scamming.
If
Everybody's got a
If you
grift
complete
tonight.
one of these
Chronos.
jobs, 3 of them go onto a night, so you can end up with.
I thought in order to complete the night, you had to have the 3 people that you had active on the first, second, and third night had to match up with what was on there.
I don't believe so.
No, that's
No,
it.
that's-
Just rotates through and then it goes back into your hand.
Yeah, that just keeps them out of
Yeah.
play. So in particular, if you say do several nights in a row, you might just be completely fucked out of cards for a turn. Oh wow!
Oh, you have to play
Throws
multiple
away.
specialist cards from a hand as a team. And okay,
get through
all
the
right. That makes
Hey.
sense. Must exactly match with the skill icon shown on the card. Player gets the rewards listed on the card. Plays the job card in the play area.
Good. Oh, I like this one. That means you guys have some evil stuff too.
Possibly.
Where's mine at?
You have a lot of brawn.
Which hand do you want?
It's fine.
And then these nice little markers here are
Monies.
our monies, our
Millions of money.
our millions of monies.
Each player starts with 3 million.
Put that right there.
These have special powers. They do
And then
have special
I'm going to
powers.
swap back to our top-down view here.
Oh, okay. I see.
Oh, you're a ringleader. Okay.
I see. There
Yeah,
are
that's
there are in fact cards that put things.
Oh,
in.
you have 3 ringleaders. 3
I mean, you are
Everybody has the 3 rings.
Everybody starts off with 3
the
ringleaders.
same 3?
No, yes.
Yes.
Everyone starts off with the same 3 ringleaders, but your cards that you get after that are random.
That is correct. So, welcome to Grifters! Exclamation Grifters in the chat will bring up the rules if you are watching this live. I've put them in both chats already, and Tribbles has graciously pinned them for the Twitch folks. Thank you. And we are going to be attempting to complete jobs with our teams of specialists, which we will be putting together via cards in our hand, to complete objectives, which will require certain combinations of specialists, blue, green, or red for simplicity, to complete. We are attempting to end the game with the most money. However, this is not strictly a game of strategizing how to complete your own heists. You will also have ample opportunities to mess with other people.
Yes. Taking everybody else's shit is very much in the criminal thing.
Encouraged.
It is not only encouraged, it is
Part
a
of the
core
game.
part of the game.
Yep.
Stay off my turf. Looking at you.
Look, I know that when we start beef, things tend to go bad. Unless I plan appropriately ahead.
Sometimes I just can't stop it. One of these nights we need to rotate positions. But that means that you have to change your...
We did that on
Cards.
Warlord's chess.
Did we?
Yep, I was over there at Nate's spot.
Indeed.
It worked out great.
You did.
What the fuck? This one doesn't make any sense.
I got to kill two of you at once. It was funny.
It was, in fact, very funny how you managed to actually pull that shit off.
Oh, that's how this works. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense now.
Wonderful.
Can't stop, won't stop things going sideways.
Got dang right.
That is absolutely how this is going to work.
I want to pull a paper. Oh, I should read the board.
Probably a good idea.
I don't think
Mug Holiday Shoppers. I like it. Oh, and it's directly stealing from everyone. Gotcha.
Ooh, we're holiday shoppers. Or perhaps the mugger.
Ransom Pop Singer. All on. Steal 3 million from the coffers. Alright. Alright.
You
So
wanna-
these are the different jobs we can complete.
No, I
Yeah.
gotcha.
There,
You wanna
there are
roll
4 in each deck of increasing difficulty,
Okay.
and as you can see listed at the bottom of these cards, you get bonuses for completing
Fun fact,
completing more than one.
I can only complete 2 of the jobs on the board.
So basically,
I'm very lopsided.
you need green, green, red, 3 red, blue, blue, red, 3 blue, or 3 green to
Yeah.
complete a job.
You know,
So what
I think
I'm
I could
hearing-
probably complete only the exact same 2 that you completed.
So what I'm hearing is we need to team up and beat the shit out of him, and beat the shit out of him, because I can only complete one.
Shut up.
I have a choice of which one I want to pick, but I can only do one.
Well,
I mean, that's-
yeah, it's not like I can do them all at the same time. That means you're in the same situation as me.
That makes sense.
Just roll the dice so we can figure out who's going first.
Okay, so to advance time. Okay,
The
those are
hell
the
kind of
phases of the
puny ass roll
turn.
is
So
that?
that's
Good
where
enough,
we're
I got
going to start
52.
prepping.
I'm over average.
Pages.
What'd you get?
It's 52.
Fair enough.
So it's facing the same way.
23.
Cool, not gonna be me.
Okay.
It's all on you.
Well, you gotta
Bubbles.
beat a 52. You got a 48% chance
It's
of doing it.
all on you. Ooh, that's like a 94. Yeah.
All right.
94.
Alright, so since Nathan is the one who seems to grasp how this all works, walk me through my first turn.
Oh,
Okay.
well, you
so
want to. Oh, sorry.
First turn, we skip the advanced time section.
Because there's nobody there.
Yes.
Okay.
You can play specialists. You can play one specialist into your night 1 section
Okay.
and use the effect on their card, or you can play 3 of them to complete a job. But all of those still go on night 1.
They're a team.
Yes, they are a team,
Okay.
and you complete that job and get the reward right away.
But you don't get the
But
cards
you don't get the
individually.
special.
Yeah,
Correct.
so you either pick one card to get the activation on, or you play 3 and complete a job. You don't get to do either one, or you don't get to do
Okay.
both.
And
Okay, that
then
makes sense.
okay, so
Actually, now that was the last real thing that I had problems with. Everything else seems to be rather straightforward.
okay. So
All right then.
Yep, it is a. It seems like a very simple game Aside from all
it
the
is.
effects of all the
Yeah, I'm sitting here looking at. Oh yeah, this is simple. And I start reading the card effects. Oh, all right,
Sim-
not so simple.
simple turn breakdown.
Yeah.
Complicated in all the weak
Okay,
points.
so if I have a team of 3 specialists, say I have 2 greens and a red, I
Yes.
can complete that.
Yes.
Which I will. So I have a team.
What is your stash called again? Is it this here or is it your hand?
Your stash is your money.
Got it.
It's these little hexagons.
I'm keeping them closer to me.
That's
so I
fine.
don't have to
Yeah,
lean
you-
forward too far.
You move stuff how you need
So
to.
I have
your
hacked
back
a
doesn't
credit
decide to
system.
kick.
I get to steal 2 million from an opponent's stash. Now, it is way too early to be starting crap with a person on purpose.
Mhm.
So give me search honkers.
Why?
What do you do?
this?
Oh, you're stealing monies?
I completed a mission that steals monies. I didn't read what these did. I just
Oh.
looked for what I could complete. And as it happens, the first thing I did was hyper aggressive.
Consider-
How do you
Consider-
get the bonuses on the bottom of these?
You complete multiple jobs of that.
Yes. If you keep completing the same color job over and over, at the end of the game, you get
Oh,
bonus
gotcha.
increases.
Gotcha.
Or
Okay.
is it the end
Yes.
of the game?
It's the end of the game. That's right. I remember that. All right.
Yeah,
So
and they count on top of the 75 that are available.
So we're gonna go with multiples of 3 that start with 1, that start with 2, that start with 3. And if I roll 100, I will read it.
That sounds like math.
It won't be that much. I've got. That's 69. It is a 69.
Nice.
It's also divisible by 3.
It is
It
divisible by
is.
3, which means I'm stealing 2 million from Nathan. Son of a bitch. So
There you go.
I am now $2 million richer in my stash, and Nathan is $2 million poorer.
He has 5 million. Kill him.
Or you
Go
could
and
fight for
kill him
his
until
last 1
he's
million,
dead.
knowing that he's a third as prepared to fund his empire as you are. Whereas if you fight me, it's going to be a horribly bloody victory.
So normally at this point you would do your refresh, but nothing has reached the refresh, so
I am
passes the count.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good. I understand.
And I think it purposely states like you skip your refresh on the first turn.
Yeah, refresh and advance.
Yeah, without
Yeah.
Phil and Shane, let's
Right.
face it, Callahan is the most likely to do time. We agree. Can't stop, won't stop things going sideways. Just happen to steal the innocent Khajiit. I legitimately did not read them. They're upside down from
And
me.
playing a team and ransoming the pop singer, so I get still 3 million from the center.
Hey!
Nice.
Getting
Pop singers have a lot of money.
getting money in play, right? And we
Kids these days have a lot of money. So you might consider robbing.
Steal 3 million S from the coffers. Steal
and I see this stuff just keeps getting better.
Yeah.
The next one is steal 3 million and draw a specialist.
Yeah, as you get further down the stack, the rewards go up commensurately with how much more difficult it is to
Well, those 2 are completely out, so I can only do those 3, and I can only do one of them. 2 disc from every opponent's stash. Draw 1 specialist.
I was gonna say, there's some good stuff kicking around.
Steal 3 million from the coffers. Draw 1 specialist. Steal 1 million disc from every opponent's stash. What?
Okay, I'm picking up what I'm putting down here. What's being put down here. I like this model.
Yeah.
Like, this is very much our kind of.
Let me see your cards that are in your hideout.
These 3?
Yeah. I need to see what they are.
I mean, there's some good ones in there. I would kindly ask you not to poach the talent.
He's obviously poaching the talent. That's what he wants to see.
You've
No,
got talent.
That's not what I'm looking at.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
Thank you.
What's that post? The
I know it got
mastermind
away.
should be stroking the cat.
I'm just saying catch strips.
I mean, you're not wrong.
So, PJ is clearly plotting something.
Spots.
Scheming his schemes.
Indeed. It's time.
Oh, never mind. I can't do that one. So I have 2 options. Great.
Busy scheming over here. It's very intense.
Very scheming.
We have all the
very
and
scheming.
we gotta get to them before everyone else gets to all the good ones. Very tricky problem.
Yeah, this game seems simple enough.
Yeah, I actually kind of dig this. Like, this is once you sit down and actually get to see a couple turns, you get the gist.
I'm gonna play a mastermind. I'm gonna draw 3 specialists, choose one to add to my hand, and then I discard the other 2.
Seems decent.
Indeed.
Does the discard go face down?
I don't think so.
I don't believe so.
I'm not sure it actually said anything about it.
Okay, I'll just put the discard down. I'm gonna discard the snitch.
Fair.
Snitch. Snitches get stitches.
Snitches get to go with the discard pile like the bad little boys they are.
With some concrete shoes.
And the snitch lets you rearrange the board, right?
No, so the snitch, reorder the cards in any hideout, then steal 1 million ISK from the coffers. Cards in the refresh area are not in the
Oh,
hideout.
that's dirty. You could mess with someone's ability to refresh if they have a team that's about to refresh.
Yep.
Now just
You're like,
imagine
"Oh, that's a night one."
what these other 2 cards might be if that was the one that I discarded.
It's dirty. I like the cut of this game's chip.
Indeed.
It's a good pickup.
Death Scythe is also making threats. How delightful. Whoever has the most wins in April
I'm
gets
also
all
going
this
to
exercise
discard-
for May.
I'm also going to discard the Fall Guy, reveal a specialist in your hand, and immediately duplicate its action, then return it to your hand. You're up.
Alright, I am going to be kidnapping weapon experts.
Of course you are.
That sounds lucrative.
It
does
is. I
sound
get
lucrative.
to draw 2 specialists.
That's quite lucrative.
Yes, especially for turn 1.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
More dudes to do more things.
Okay.
I don't think I shuffled these as well as I should have, and or I have been cursed by my own shuffle. Not as soon as that.
Alright, so
Thanks.
advance. So these guys are on night 2. So these don't count for any future jobs. Their job is done because they're in.
Correct.
They did their thing in night 1. So
They-
they're just moving along to try and end up being able to do this.
So you
Yep.
come back to your hand.
Gotcha. Okay. Alright. Well, in that case, I think I'm going to play a mastermind as well. Because a little hand reinforcement might go a long way for me.
Indeed.
1, 2, 3. So I draw 3 cards. I get to keep one of these new cards. And then I bin the other 2.
Oh, hello, Seth. Good to have you.
Hey, Senate.
I said it's Shiva.
Wonderful.
Ha!
As they should
Yeah, I'm beginning to question your shuffle.
be. I tried, just not that hard.
Evidently, that's fine. Alright,
Nothing's
so
else
I'm
going
gonna
on?
take this card.
It has been noted that there appears to be a banding effect in the shuffle card.
I'm gonna take
Ah.
this card.
Callahan is attempting to undo that.
I
What
am
are
going
you-
to discard 2 copies of the middle.
Fair enough.
Choose a specialist in your refresh area. Team up that specialist with the middleman as it immediately take its action.
It's a good card, but not quite as good as what I'm going to be doing with.
See, when I drew, I
Are you
had
done?
3 different types, but there
I
was
have
2
advanced,
colors.
I have played
There were
my
only 2 colors.
specialist, and I have nothing to refresh, so yes.
I advance. I play the same thing as everyone else.
Yeah, I was gonna say, with everyone who blew their load on turn 1, reinforcing the hand seems pretty good.
Ooh. What do you do?
How's everybody doing on this fine Thursday now that we've got a chat full of fine
I
folks?
felt better.
Well,
Yeah, no,
yes,
that's right.
I appreciate that you are feeling well enough to play.
For once, we have someone here more broken than even Callahan.
I don't like that.
Good news is yours will fix itself eventually.
I hope.
Ooh, that's
The,
good too.
The verdict's still out on the disc,
Hmm.
or discs plural. I'm not exactly sure which.
Yeah.
Ooh, crochet, what you making?
Knowing my luck, it'll probably be just like my lower back. And hey, congratulations, you're not going through spinal decay, and there's nothing really wrong. It's just your discs are thinner. Awesome.
Gross.
It's everything you always wanted.
It really is not.
That's fair.
Well, I can definitely say that I'm doing better than PJ's right now. And thank Buck for that.
That doesn't take much.
Yeah,
At this point, it would not take much.
I'm gonna say, I feel like you've set the bar somewhere in my basement. Probably where it should be. That's where the alcohol sleeps.
It's gotta be that one. I'll throw away the blackmailer and the counterfeiter.
I'm
What's-
terrified that those are what you're throwing
What's the
away.
blackmailer do?
The counterfeiter steals 1 million from everybody.
Okay.
And
The blackmailer lets you swap a completed job card from your stash for a completed job card of your choice in an opponent's stash.
Jesus!
you
Yeah,
pitched that one?
I
I'm
did.
Are
terrified
you?
of what he.
I don't even want to know what the fuck he took then.
I'm horrified. That's way more scary than anything PJ or I showed.
Like fuck, man.
I thought the middleman was good, but
Both of mine were decent too. And I'm like, but this one choice is obviously better if this is what I'm aiming for. So I gotta toss
wow,
these
this
two.
game does not pull punches with your ability to mess with people.
I see.
Well, okay then.
Holy smokes!
So, what we're
in
gonna
for a
do-
time. I'm here for it.
I'm gonna play the Enforcer, draw 1 specialist, and abduct 1 random specialist from an opponent's hand. Choose 1 to keep and give the other to your chosen opponent. So I'm going to draw 1 off the top of the pile,
Now keep in
and
mind,
I'm going to randomly take a card from.
if you pick a ringleader, you just get screwed.
True. Fuck.
Right, because you can't lose your regulators.
Right.
Yeah.
It was in the Q&A. That's how I knew.
I mean,
I've been waiting.
It is
That's
very
worth
nice to
knowing.
get that Q&A.
but it was worth taking the shot at trying to get whatever it was.
You'll
Because if
I
those
would've
are the
done it.
2 you
I had already
bid,
used my enforcer up. But yeah.
yeah, but if those are the 2 that you bid, what did you keep?
I needed to keep.
That's what we're concerned about.
So that all from you, PJ?
That's all I can do.
Alright. I shall advance my team to make 2. And I'm actually going to complete another job. Thief, Pickpocket, Dirty Cop, and Enforcer. 2. Bribe a political boss.
Ooh.
I will take 3 mil from the coffers.
Okay.
And I will draw 1 specialist.
I don't like the direction this conversation is going.
You shouldn't. It's bad for you.
I am getting that impression. Believe it or not.
And that is my turn.
Okay. Well, I will, next time. This one does. And, alright. I'm going to play the Protege. I'm going to duplicate the action of a specialist in my hideout that is not in my team.
Let me guess, you're going for the mastermind
He's
again.
literally the only one I can. So I'm going to draw 3 cards.
Oh, they can't be part of a team?
Correct. This card too.
That's very interesting. I found some sneaky shenanigans. Thank you for playing that card and making my next one perfectly simple to do, Brayden. I appreciate you. Is that the one you picked? By chance?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, wow.
That was in my opening.
Wow. You got that in your opening hand?
Uh-huh. I saw that and I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna duplicate this graceful charity. Like you do.
Like you do.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna pull some fucking grave robber bullshit and duplicate it too.
Yeah, that sounds
Just because chains are funny.
Yeah.
Alright. Well. Holy shit. Oh, man.
You'll find some fun things in
There
there.
are two cards I want. One that I know is very powerful, that I'm going to be very sad to bin, and one that I think I'm going to keep just to mess with it.
Ooh, fun.
Because what fun is grifting without a little nonsense? So
What are
I'm
you
going to
pitching?
discard a gunman who can steal 1 million from the coffers and 1 million from an opponent. And I'm going to discard a Femme Fatale, which is a card I'm very unhappy to be discarding, who can advance time and let you play another specialist immediately.
You dumped her?
Trust me, the card I kept.
Fucking really, man?
I think I would have scared you more if I had dumped the card I kept. I
It
think
basically
that's the
gives you like an extra turn.
I think that was probably the most powerful of the three. The one I kept is the most versatile of the three.
Almost got a hand.
And I have never been unhappy about having options.
Oh, advance time.
Yep.
Mastermind.
Jester hat for my team's shit poster. A Jester hat.
Oh, that is excellent.
And yes, getting old does suck.
Yeah, very much so.
I'm trying to decide if I want to do a Magic release this weekend. Tarkir Dragonstorm is the new set. It's a plane full of dragons.
Interesting.
It's
Feels like they released that already.
They did Cons of Tarkir back in 2014.
That's what it was.
This is a sequel to that plane a decade later.
Only took
enough.
10 years.
I mean, in fairness, Magic has a
And everybody loves them some dragons.
yeah, you're not wrong, and there is some stellar.
I made
Right.
a mistake in completing a job right away. You gotta do everything you can to get for specialists.
That's what I spotted right off the bat. I was thinking with my Brayden brain.
You will note that I completed a job right away and then reinforced my hand because I had a hand that would let me do that.
Yeah, I did not have a hand that would let me to do
I
that, so
am
I'm
going to
reinforcing my
play-
hand because I still don't really have much that will allow me to do
I'm gonna
that.
play Inside Man, which is actually, this kind of sucks in the way that I'm playing it, but I have to. Abduct any specialist in an opponent's hideout and immediately play that specialist. Replace the abducted specialist with this card.
Can you take the protege?
Have to.
Interesting.
But now you get that card to
Uh-huh.
play later, and it's a wild card.
I know
to
it
complete
is.
job.
You want to know the stupid thing? When he said he was abducting the protege, I'm like, motherfucker. But then he said what it did, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah, he is not.
doesn't matter.
This is annoying because I wanted the protege back, but
But now you got the insight.
I have the inside man who is notably better.
Yeah, no, he's good.
Oh, it's funny.
Ooh.
Of note, the inside man may not be duplicated.
It
That's
can't?
a very important line of text. It specifically says you can't duplicate the inside man.
He is super special.
Damn. Oh,
Yeah.
well, doesn't
I was
matter.
gonna say you
Doesn't matter. I still get to do the bullshit that I'm going
I
to
was
do.
gonna say you're still going to do whatever with the protege, and now it's not my problem.
Yeah.
Which is even better.
Indeed.
I am going to. Keep that card, and I'm going to throw away the Con Man, which steals 1 million from the coffers of each opponent,
Yeah.
and the Fugitive, which draws a specialist on the top of the discard pile.
Oh.
Okay. That's concerning.
That is extremely concerning.
Fascinating.
I advance the knight. I'm going to play hacker. Duplicate the action of any opponent's specialist and knight one of their hideout. I'm going to duplicate.
Ding.
Yep, I'm duplicating the protege in order to duplicate my mastermind.
Look, I know I had a winning strat, but I kind of feel like it's being,
Exploited by
exploited by everyone else, despite the fact that I was the only one with the cards to pull it off.
Crime.
You were the only ones with the cards to pull it off, but they were the cards to pull off anything.
Should I discard this one or this one? Not like it matters.
Where'd you been?
Oh, look,
Same thing I got.
another fugitive.
Ah.
I'm gonna keep this one and discard the other fugitive.
Alright then.
That is
In case you were wondering, that's multiple dupes that have happened in stacks of 3.
I advance.
I shot as
Oh,
well.
that's funny.
There's nothing.
Look, I'm just saying, for all the accusations that were thrown my way last week, I would like to point out the rubber band is on the other paw.
You're a hooker.
No, I'm a grifter.
Well, good news. I'm not duping your strategy.
I don't think you can if you want to.
I am playing Femme Fatale. After
Oh.
playing the specialist,
Oh, you're doing something more powerful.
immediately.
Yep. Good call.
So these guys go into my refresh.
Yeah, just set it down there by that.
Everybody else moves up, and I get to play the Wheelman. Choose a team in your hideout. Return all but one specialist from that team to your hand.
That was powerful.
Yeah, the wheelman's very strong.
Ooh, you know what? Oh no, you won't. This Femme Fatale is going to refresh before he gets a chance. We have a chance to get to the inside man.
And then at the end of my turn, I refresh and take all of these cards.
Good
That is
call.
my turn.
Alright, so these guys are going to slide over to refresh. And...
How many cards you got in your hand? Okay. How many cards you got in your hand, Brayden?
I presently have 3.
Sweet. That solidifies what I'm doing next turn. Game end. There are no cards left in specialist deck. Oh, that's what. Yeah, that's what it means. So if literally all the specialists get recruited, game over.
Yeah, because when the pile empties, I assume it just goes back in for
Yep. So if there's any left in the discard, it gets reshuffled and goes back into the draw deck. And then that continues going until there's literally no cards left to draw. At which point the game would become unplayable because you wouldn't be able to, like, most of the stuff where you recruit a specialist just won't work. That makes sense.
I'm going to play the con. I'm going to take a million from the stash. And been a lot of politician bribery, but there's also been a lot of pop star threatening. And I've already stolen from Nathan. So
He's
I'm
got 2 jobs.
yeah, but I'm
Kill him!
gonna take 1 million from you.
I could see right. You know what? This is a really fun game so far.
And then I'm gonna move to refresh, and these are all gonna come back to my hand.
Hell yeah.
Very excited about it.
Let's go here. He's move over. Away.
Protege, I'm copying my mastermind.
I'll
Sweet.
play
I'm gonna copy your protege, which copies your mastermind.
Thief.
The sleep do?
Thief steals 2 million from the coffers.
Fair enough.
See? There's plenty of money. He lost 1 million, but gained 2.
It's delicious.
Okay.
It's a good deal.
So this moves forward. I'm just gonna move him down here.
Yeah.
That goes up. I am going to complete a job.
Ooh, what you doing?
Good time for that.
I am going to be stealing some radioactive isotopes.
Interesting.
So I steal steal 1 million ISK from every opponent's stash and draw 2 specialists.
Damn. Hey, the man.
Just gonna take this.
He's just ignoring you so that you can steal from him.
That's fine. And then I get to draw 2 out of the card pile.
That's pretty good.
I am upset. I had my fucking eyes on that one.
Yep.
God damn, it's so good.
You're up, Nate. Question: what does it mean by reordering stuff?
In what context?
The hideouts.
You move, like you have a team that's on night 1.
Can you
Each
shuffle
stuff
them?
You can move them to night 3. You don't shuffle them, but
You just
move
reorder them.
in
Yeah.
different spots. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, you get your mastermind back in your hand.
Oh, that might actually change how this works. No, it doesn't.
And I
That's
am
nice
going to use
story.
my mastermind, fall guy, and pickpocket to complete another job.
Seems good.
I
Damn it.
am mugging holiday shoppers. I need 1 million from each.
Ah,
Uh-huh. All right.
Thank you.
you know, if I tried to do that again, I would fail. I just took mine and tossed it directly onto the top of his stack.
That was impressive.
Perfectly. I could
It
not
was
do that
probably
again if
even
I
on
tried.
camera. It looks like
It
it was
was-
in frame.
Yeah,
And that
I-
is.
it was in frame, indeed. I could not do that
That is
again if I
fine.
tried.
I'm going to advance time. Alright. Yeah, this is going to be simple. I'm going to play a femme fatale.
Solid.
And advanced time. More specialist. And
Femme Fatale is stupid good.
It really is.
It literally just gives you a second turn in the middle of your own.
Not entirely. It's more that it
I'm going to play
accelerates. the
pickpocket, and I'm going to take
Action
2 million
economy.
back from Nate because he took 1 million from me.
What
Makes
from me?
sense.
Ah,
Fair.
taking interest.
Yeah, no, fair.
It's called interest. Somewhere in the region
The
of
big
100%.
100%.
God damn it! I didn't sign this fucking loan.
Well, you didn't. You're correct.
I just.
But that's
took,
your signature.
I just took shit from your fucking store.
My
And
drop.
I
Yep.
I owed you. And fuck, I
advancing
can't.
mastermind, moving stuff over. I'm gonna play Peoples.
Wonderful.
Playing the team. They go here. I take this. I am looting electronic outlets. That's a good one. Steal 1 million from every opponent's stash and draw 1 specialist.
That's 2. Give me that back.
My interest. I worked so hard to ill get these games.
And I get a specialist and my master.
Ooh, catch that Pokemon. Congrats on the catch, Synod.
Ooh, nice. What you got, PJ?
It's that.
Okay, so we're being very criminally. I'm beginning to catch on to what this is. See what's up. What?
Let's play the snitch. Reorder the cards in any hideout. Let's swap those up. Put her there.
Makes sense.
And then this guy comes back to my hand.
Alright.
Seems pretty good.
That's time. And then I'm going to play the Enforcer. So I draw one. How many cards does everybody have?
Tree.
Have fun.
5.
I don't like these odds. Braden, let's see your hand.
You don't get to see. You just get to pull randomly.
I know. I need him to hold his hand up for me.
Hope he gets a ringleader.
Me too. They are here.
I mean, technically, you would get a
That's
he
unfortunate
just.
for me.
Well, he gets to,
Interesting.
That is horrible.
don't you get to draw a specialist with that, and you have to give one back, or no?
I drew one.
He
I
draws
do-
one,
I do-
looks at the
yeah.
2, picks one to
You get
keep
the
and hands,
shittiest one.
and then he hands the one back to
He drew
Brady.
inside man, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, you're not getting that back.
No, I am aware of that. But he has to give me something.
Yeah, he's got to. Yeah, the one.
Yeah, you can enjoy this.
Like. Oh, interesting. I can do things with that.
And then the town comes back, and that is me.
Alright. Well, that's interesting. We're gonna advance some time. Okay. Now, as it happens, I'm going to complete a job. Card I kept instead of the Femme Fatale was another instant. That's how I was so well versed in how it worked. So I'm going to complete this job. I'm going to steal 2 million from every opponent's stash and draw a specialist.
Close.
You kept another inside man? Wait, there's more.
There's more than
Yeah,
one.
with duplicates.
Callahan gave me his right after I drew one. So Nathan stole one from me, and I still had it. And then I get to draw a specialist. Interesting. Okay. That's me.
I'm feeling kind of hosed on my cards here.
Not
It's time.
I mean, I had to give up a Femme Fatale, which is honestly probably the most powerful card in the deck.
I play my wheelman.
Very well.
Draw these people back into my hand,
Oh, and I get this back in
and
the
then I
night
get
too.
this back.
Advance time. Playing Mastermind.
Do these for something? Like the numbers, or just that they're more difficult in order?
They're
They
more
don't give you
difficult in
extra
order.
points
It
and
tells
stuff.
you.
Unless they match colors. Okay.
Right. It's just telling you what order they have to go in because they go in the same.
2 plus 4 plus. Those don't matter.
2 plus and 4 plus are for player counts.
Right. We're very schemy.
All of these suck.
That's very unfortunate.
The good news for me is that
I'm gonna discard a middleman and a hacker,
For my extreme.
and then
And
these all come back to my hand.
Peace.
Alright. Time advances. And I'm going to dump everybody I have in my hand into completing a job.
so hard.
Yep.
And I will take 3 million from everybody except for PJ. I just take his everything.
That is not 3 million from everybody.
Oh, 3 million from an opponent's. Oh,
Specific.
sorry.
One target.
I mean, maybe give me
Which one was that? 2?
no. I threw you 3.
Oh, I must have been even more than I thought. God
Yeah.
damn.
Honestly, if you picked any, if you picked either of us over Braden, that'd be a very serious mistake.
but I needed those.
He's just
millions.
taking.
No,
Fuck
you
it, Dan.
don't.
It's mine. It's mine.
It's not though.
I agreed that I agreed to give you money for your money, and now I'm getting my money. This is how it works. That's what happens when you execute a Ponzi scheme.
Well, then I better hire a master. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Okay. Oh. Okay. Yeah, some good stuff here. I'm gonna take this one, and I'm gonna discard the dirty cop and the fuck.
It's the
Dirty cop sounds fun.
It is in fact
Steal
fun.
1 million S from each opponent's stash for each team in their hideout.
Oh,
Yeah,
it escalates.
it makes you wonder what I kept.
Oh, take your time to help.
Yeah, take my thunder. Yeah, no part of anything that's happening is quote unquote.
I mean, we are criminals.
I still feel like I'm getting kind of hosed over on the cards because it seems like the bulk of the special cards now are on that side of the table, Callahan.
I'm gonna advance time, and I'm gonna play my enforcer. I am going to specialist card, and abduct 1 random specialist card from an opponent's hand. I'm gonna choose you because you just drew a good one and you got a 10.
Yeah, I get it.
So I got 50-50.
Yeah.
I don't know which is which.
Neither do I. So we're gonna go with this one. All right. You need to see. What's that one?
Okay. It's not the one I would have preferred you'd gotten, but it is definitely not either of the two that you wanted.
It is not what I was hoping for.
But now you have to give me something back.
I do. Let's see what the other one was. Ooh. You might get it back.
I have a feeling it's more.
I was gonna say the card I had you took was pretty good, but it is pretty good, not amazing.
Yeah, it's alright.
Oh, heading out that side? Well, thanks for coming to hang out.
Indeed. Glad to have people.
Have a good night, Death Side.
watching
Yeah, you can have
the,
it back.
Alright.
the terrible crimes.
That's
I
concerning.
appreciate your understanding that good help is hard to find.
Right. I just needed to check out, other teams and resources and
You needed to make sure he was on the up and up. That
Right.
he was who he said he was.
Yeah.
I understand. It's a professional courtesy.
beat the ball.
Advance time, I'm going to complete a job.
Yes.
I'm going to steal
okay.
3 mil and take the last 2.
Start shuffling.
They do shuffle those.
Yes.
Yeah. Very good. There's a lot of good stuff still in there. That's the scary thing.
Yeah. There are very few of these that aren't good.
Yeah, and I'm getting all of them.
Oh joy.
That was a giant waste. Great.
Alright. So initially advance fine.
There's one of those.
There's one does. And then I'm gonna play Wheelman.
Oh, I should get that.
Will give me everything but my thief back from that. I've refreshed this pile and then
Two movements time. Into shock of nobody. I'm gonna play the defensive battle. And I am going to play the Fixer. I draw 2 cards, keep 1, and in the other, and then I get to steal $1 million from the coppers.
nice.
Take it as cut.
Show right, you gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, that's not a complicated choice. I'm gonna take that, and I'm gonna burn that Tommy. And then I'll take $1 million from the pot.
honey.
And then I will refresh all these back to my... Now I got some specialists.
And at advanced time, I'm going to flip the protege with the enforcer. This time I'm going to draw from...
I was gonna say, drawing from me is no longer a good idea.
See what we got. He also has stuff.
He does.
Hold off you would decide.
That one. Okay. Let's see. Here. Oh.
That's not good.
Doesn't seem that way.
I am deeply concerned about what he thinks he's planning.
Something happened, sure.
I have little doubt of that. Like, that was never up for debate. Not even a little. You gave back what
That's
you took
good.
again?
I did.
It's good. I
I'm-
like him, but I'm very concerned.
I'm
about what the
concerned.
fuck
Done?
I'm gonna get told.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, wait. I got it.
So, advanced time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to play a hacker.
Man.
I'm going to duplicate your wheelman.
Ooh.
Solved.
And I'm
Good
going to take
play.
these back up.
Alright.
Yeah, that's a good one to do.
Yup.
And the snitch comes back to my hand.
Very simple. Who knows?
Alright. Time advances. And I'm going to play Fall Guy, Mastermind, Fixer, Inside Man, Pickpocket, and Fen Fatale.
To
Fuck!
son of a
Build a dirt
bitch.
bomb!
That was my next move.
It's really good. So I
God
get
damn it!
4 mil from here.
I had it all stacked up right here. It was just ready to go.
I get to
What do you
draw
think I
3
played the
specials.
freaking hacker for?
Glorious.
How did you manage that?
cannot- He just had everything.
I did. The inside man can be fucking anything.
Not down with that fucking plan. Pretty much.
I don't have the big mix. Oh wait, I can do that one, which isn't great.
Yeah, a lot of them are kind of mid.
I'm in advanced time. And I am going to green, red, blue, with the pickpocket, inside man, blackmailer, fall guy, thief, and con man.
Yep.
And I'm going to take embezzle corporate funds, where I get to steal 4 million from an opponent's stash.
At least we'll get another game.
Oh, absolutely
Just
we
like that
will.
game goes fast. So.
Yeah. Oh,
Nathan,
yeah.
I can't help but notice how you had some good profits from that dirty bomb.
No, I don't think I did.
Really?
This is going.
It
very
feels
poorly
like
for us.
you did.
Now I feel like I lost.
Not having
I
a
feel like
Fatale really sucks.
You
Shouldn't have gave away the inside man.
should get money or talent, but not both. So I'm gonna
That
go
Fatale's
ahead
fucking
and just help myself to your money.
I've been trying to steal it. Trying my both.
4 million.
I've been trying to draw
Five-
one
five
because
million.
there's got to be
Four's
more
the-
than just two
Four's
of
a
them.
good number. It feels fierce.
No, I think it's just the two.
Gotta pay my fucking insurance for games.
We're just looking out for your new staff. It's think of it as a protection racket,
Ah, yes, just like State Farm.
like a good neighbor. We're always there.
The good thing I live in Callahan's walls. Makes it his problem too.
Excellent.
So-
Well, anyway, I'm done.
Move these over. And I will.
Damn it.
Everything's fine.
Everything is.
I don't believe you.
Well, that's entirely a matter of where you are in the criminal enterprise.
All right, I'm playing me a bunch of happening dudes.
Ooh, that is a bunch of happening dudes.
Sure is.
And we're gonna run a protection.
Son of a bitch!
Gonna steal 2 million from everyone.
Alright. Alright.
You realize, of course, this means war.
I mean,
To be fair, he declared war on everybody equally.
right. I had to get something going.
We
Oh,
can
and
all
my-
punch him together.
I was gonna say,
Right,
work
penis.
real hard again to he'll get these gains, and someone has, for the second time, pilfered my Botticelli, and I don't appreciate
We
it.
just have
2
so much.
snitches, a fixture, a protege, a thug, and an enforcer. I'm stealing 3 million from everybody's stash.
Okay.
Give me my fucking money back.
Money.
Plus
This is-
interest.
Well, this is just.
I believe I might owe you an
I mean, it's a little. It's your money, and it's a little bit of their money.
I am out of money.
But that's a good position to be in.
It can be.
Because
For how late we are in the game, I'm not convinced that's true.
No.
Actually, no.
No.
Yeah, they can't steal those.
They
Yeah.
can, though.
But with blackmailers. But they can only swap those. They can't steal.
Mastermind comes
That
back.
could be a bitch and a half.
Well,
And or a massive boon to somebody else.
I believe it is Nathan's turn then.
Indeed. And advances. And I'm gonna put down my man, blackmailer, con man, and the dirty cop
Jesus.
to frame a video celebrity. I get 1, 2, 3 from the coffers. That was so worth it to lose all of my money first. And I refresh.
Come on, alright. These are gonna come over here. Alright. I'm going to play the wheelman.
He would. He would.
I'm gonna leave
It's a popular
Men
tactic.
home,
Extremely fun.
and I'm gonna put these 5 friends back in my.
You got the femme fatale.
And then I will refresh, and I also get the benefit.
Huzzah.
Here. Yep, can't do any of that. So I'm going to. Ooh, I could call an olive.
You could do a lot of things.
You could do a lot of things. Or not.
Not as an option.
Nope. Just gonna play the wheelman.
I see. Come on, dear.
Go forth, PJ. God damn, I'm poor.
Yeah, you have a problem.
I do have a problem.
The poorest, most caperiest producing team
I fucking
in the
stole.
organized crime
I
family.
fucking stole everything, and everybody else stole all my shit after beating me up in a
It's the best plan. That way the cops are looking for you.
Exactly.
And you can't tell them that you got robbed.
Yeah, no.
I stole all this money and then someone stole it from me because they're just going to arrest you.
Hell, arresting me there is the best case scenario. They might just laugh at me and beat me up for being a bitch.
And then arrest you.
And then arrest you.
Probably.
Assorted Meeples for a family.
Play a hacker. I'm gonna steal your wheelman.
Good choice.
Very
I'm not stealing.
No,
I'm
no, he's using mine.
Duplicating.
He's using mine so he can refill his hand.
Very nice.
Which is a good idea.
Cheese and stuff. Is it for PJ? It's for PJ, right? Make it
Person
PJ.
with the current highest money.
For capitalism,
Oh.
punished. Person with the current
Count-
highest money
Ooh,
count.
I think it's
Count the cash.
PJ. It can't be PJ. PJ's exempt.
Well, if it's PJ, it'll be the second list.
I got 9.
12,
I have 8.
which is the highest it's been
So it's me.
all game.
Jesus.
I literally made 9 of that off of just completing one fucking job.
I mean, it fucking paid off.
In Cedar Rapids, your fortunes can just change like that. See?
Do you want the exercise game?
We do want the exercise.
Exercise game. Yeah. Yeah, show us those buns.
Listen. Listen for the needs.
Oh, we listen.
Ready?
Uh-huh. Step forward a little so we can see you better. There you go.
Oh, that hurts.
Man, those are some half-hearted squats. I don't know.
What are you talking about?
And I can't even hear your knees cracking.
Yeah, like
I might not be able to get up, and I'm only up 10. Oh,
I don't know.
I gained some weight.
Very unfortunate.
Don't appreciate it. Oh,
Feel the burn. Work for those gains. Yeah.
oh, yeah, not doing those again. Once per night.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll pass her.
I was just changing it up. I was like, you
You're
know
up,
what? I always do push-ups. Let's do some leg day. It was a mistake. Never do leg day.
No, it's never skipped.
No.
Sure. I'm going to play the thief and steal 2 mil from
Hey.
Seems alright.
Bring you up.
So it's time. Alright. What about
$6 million from cause. Oh, I don't have enough. Okay, I got my plan. I need you to do a very specific thing
I'm sure you do.
so that I can fuck you over.
I'm sure you do.
I need you to do a very specific thing so I can fuck you over even harder.
It's
Jesus,
Honestly.
man!
honesty and crime.
Look, I
Fuck!
We do have a hydrate and a stretch to re-loosen those buns.
I'm gonna count those squats as my stretch. Because there was definitely something getting pulled. Oh. Yeah, this is a fun game.
I like it.
I think I got this for $5.
I am going
Worth
to play the Inside Man, the Snitch, and the Thief to complete this job here.
You didn't do the specific thing.
I'm
that I
gonna
did.
steal 3 mil from the coffers. Just good, honest, fundamental crimes.
I guess.
I don't believe you.
Look, it doesn't get much more fundamental than vandalizing a gallery.
Don't forget your fixer.
Have you heard of the classic heist?
Hey,
Yes.
The vandalism.
I'm teaming up.
I know, me too.
I'm teaming up my thief with my thug. So I steal 1 million for each of you that has a green card. That is not part of a team. I get 3 million from you. I get 1 million from you. I get 1 million from you.
I'm so
Has
glad
the
I'm
same.
close.
Wait, what's the skill?
No, I'm using.
Oh, I know what you wanted me to do, and it would have owned me. I understand exactly what you wanted me to do.
I thought the skill was this, not that.
It is. Read the skill.
Where are team skills? Oh, it's.
I pair it up with another,
So
and I steal 3 million from you.
Enjoy your one. It won't last.
I know. But that was it. That was my 5 mil.
Yeah.
I realize I'm going to probably punch you in your
I
stupid face.
couldn't
now, right?
complete anything. You're the only one with green. You're the only one with shots left.
You do have the most.
Playing 4 reds, a green, and a blue. Stealing 6 mil from the coffers.
Jesus.
Yeah, I wanted to do that, but I
A
didn't
lot
have
of
the
monies.
cards.
Yeah, it is.
Look, he learned from example. I showed him the baby heist, and he went, "Oh yeah, I can do it twice as good as you," and then he did. Now I'm feeling inadequate.
Yeah, I don't have nearly enough green. I don't even have enough green to pick up more specials. Oh, I got the mastermind. That's what he's there for.
I mean, yeah, but this is not a great time to have to be using.
No, but when you're fucked,
I get it.
In crime, you do what you gotta do.
I understand. I
That
get it.
advances. I'm going to play Wheelman.
Take all his shit back.
Full one of these. And that.
I can't wait to play this again because I'm gonna do everything over correctly this time. Like, much better plans.
So what I'm hearing is the three of us should gang up on Callahan?
I mean, that was always secretly the plan.
Ah.
Fresh.
I'm not winning.
I feel like you are.
It's definitely him. He's got
Yeah.
3 red ones, 2 blue ones. and
Two
Wrong.
orange.
He has 2 red ones and a magenta one.
I've acquired one of yours, I think.
Those aren't all red.
No.
Red, red, pink.
Can you
Blue,
flip
blue,
the
red,
orange
red,
one
pink,
in between?
orange.
So that's
Yeah.
confusing. Thank you.
Of course.
Appreciate you.
Okay.
It's not
Time is
nearly
gonna-
as dangerous as I thought.
Yeah, no.
But that's still 4, 8, and then 10, 12. That's 12. And you're actually winning. Braden's got an 8 million bonus plus his stat. But
No, I
you-
don't. I have a
Right.
4.
Yeah, he's got a
You,
four.
I only have 3 of those.
Yep.
It's 2, 3, 4. Not
I've got the other yellow.
Okay.
So I'm gonna play the Femme Fatale now.
Jesus Christ, that fucking card.
It's real good.
It's broken.
It's 2 for 8.
Right, but you have to have 2 of this,
Yeah, you need
2
to have
yellow
oh,
to get the
get
bonus, 3.
Got
yeah,
it.
the
All
red
right.
ashes
You know
bonus.
what? I just don't know how to play the game. That's what it comes down to.
And then
I'm bad at being a
I'm
criminal.
gonna play the Blackmailer, and I'm gonna trade this green card for that last yellow.
That makes sense.
And then I'm going to refresh.
That's extremely concerning now.
Could be.
All right. So he got all 4, so he has an 8 million bonus. So
But
he's
that's it.
probably- That's
That's all it is.
That's all you got.
That's all I got.
That's it. All right.
It's all I got.
Is what there is and nothing more.
Well, I hate to do it, but here we are. It's the enforcer.
Yeah, you going for me?
I did just take the best card.
Holy fuck, man!
He
God, that's a lot of cards.
I retrieved both of my
How
biggest
much do you
cards.
want to bet, though? I pull a ringleader at this point.
Ooh, that'd be great. Do that.
Oh,
I
but
don't-
there's another card coming in.
Oh, I do only have one of those out. It's very possible.
Not a ringleader.
Was it good? That's a pretty clear no. As I watched you pick it back over.
They were identical, yes.
Yes. I also drew another middleman from the deck. I
Fucking
need
beautiful,
green.
Red.
Green is the only thing that matters now.
Green is very important.
And I've got 1,
Yeah.
which means I can't complete anything since it started at 3.
Yeah, and it has not improved since then.
No. Oh, I get this.
It will make it easier to mug you. Which I do like. I like it to mug.
Wait a minute. Hang on a second. How do I do this?
Carefully. That's wild.
Yeah, no. I'm thinking. If I do this right.
And that's all the money you're sitting on.
I
over
should
there.
have done. Nah, no.
Okay,
It's not-
follow me on this one.
Mhm.
I'm going to play the inside man. Abduct
Okay.
any specialist in an opponent's hideout, immediately play that specialist.
Uh-huh.
Place the abducted specialist with this card.
Yep.
I'm going to abduct your femme fatale.
Sure.
Good. I like it.
I'm cool with getting a wild at this point.
That advances this. Again, this moves that forward. Femme fatale. Which then I can play another one since her effect went off.
Yep. That is correct. Every part of that is correct.
And then I can play.
You have 2 inside mans.
I know. It's nice to be back in that position.
How do I do this? How many cards do you have in your hand?
I have.
Everybody's got
6.
3 drifts.
What do you got? How many cards you got?
He's a gorilla.
I got 8. He's got
10.
Let's say 8 plus.
That's useless. That's useless.
And I have multiple ringleaders.
I was gonna say none of my ringleaders are out. Oh wait, no, do I do? You can always you can actually see how many ringleaders are out
Yeah.
because the icons are.
That's why I am
Yeah.
clearly stating I have multiple ringleaders in my
Hmm.
hand. Which means the odds of hitting one for me are higher than either of the two.
I
So
mean,
you noticed that too,
have
and
the
you were
same
trying to
number
do
of
the same thing I was.
Uh-huh.
Play your puds, keep your ringleader in your hand to make the thugs not.
Well,
as
there's
effective.
no place that's safe for any of your cards. So
The only things that are safe is your ringleaders.
the only time something is actually safe that I've noticed is when something's part of a team. The team can be moved around.
the dirty cop can, if you have a bunch of teams out, but you don't because you get the wheelman. You scoop them as soon as you get your teams out, right?
Yeah, I mean, the dirty cop can punish you for having teams, but if you don't get a wheel.
They're still safe.
So that's what I use to trade
partner
colors.
stash within the job of your choice opponent stash. That actually does me no good. I would be trading 2 million for 2 million. Well, I guess that solidified what I was going to be doing. I'm going to use hacker to copy your wheelman,
Good choice.
Excellent choice.
and then I'm going to pull you back, you back, you back.
Yeah, this is kind of a case where
Back.
getting a good hand of specialists are
And then this
very
comes
important.
back to my hand.
But there comes a point where it's actually a liability.
I should have drawn from him since he had so much green.
At the moment,
You didn't know he did.
Oh, I've known that he has most of the green in his hand. Most of his hand is green.
Shouldn't be looking at my cards, bud.
I'm watching you play.
That's true. You've played all
Yeah,
of
I was
them.
gonna say I can see what you
He's
play.
keeping track of what you've been playing.
So I'm going to play Ben Patel to advance things.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to play Fall Guy, reveal Blackmailer.
What's the Fall Guy?
Fall Guy is
It lets you play a card from your hand.
reveal a
basically.
specialist and immediately duplicate his action, return it to your hand.
Yep.
So I get to
Oh.
play Blackmailer's
But
effect,
you keep him in your hand.
which is swap a completed job card from your stash with one from an opponent's stash.
Mhm.
You get Mug Holiday Coppers. I'm going to take Execute Ponzi Scheme back.
Is that pink?
That was actually a bright move.
No, I know what he's doing.
Lowering your funds is what he's doing.
I can't beat him. I might make you all competitive.
He might do that.
That
At
was,
the very least, I'm wasting another one of his actions. to
that
make
was a
it.
good move.
I can
That
appreciate
is
that.
Going to be
There's value there.
not a lot, but it is.
That's a good refresh for you.
Yeah, it is. You're
Mhm.
not wrong. Alright.
So there's 2 femme fatales and 2 inside mans, right? If I'm counting correctly.
There might be 3 inside me.
I think there's 3.
So I'm pretty sure Nathan's still sitting.
There are at least.
Gotcha, and they're thank you.
I'm pretty sure there's at least 3 things.
There's none left in the deck. I can tell you that much. So if there's none left in the deck, then there are 3. There are 3 inside men.
He's got a knife.
This hand does not actually do much of anything, which is
And if that's the case, then there's only 3. I think there's might be only 2 femme fatales.
so I think
I think there's actually one still in here. We'll turn it over.
the next thing I can do that's of value is to play this pickpocket and take 2 million from Callahan and add it to me.
Dick move.
I don't want to hear that from you. We share in this family. I shared with
You're
you
adopted.
earlier. Don't be jealous. Maybe you're adopted. And then I'm gonna refresh.
Alright, move those over. I'm going to play the black mailer. And I'm going to take your
Okay. I'm actually fine with that because that's a push for me.
I know, but
It gives you points.
right. And I'll take my wheelman back.
Cycles down. Wait a minute.
Wait, did I lose one?
Keep the action of a specialist in your hideout that is not team. Is there anything else that I can do that would be better? Literally no. What do you guys got? That counts as a whole. That gives me benefits.
Bow. Bow, bow, bow.
2, 3,
Bow.
4.
Bow. Ooh, here's a question. What about it's in the Q&A? If you play the thug, and Inside Man is in there, does he count as no colored?
I would say he counts as all three because that was what I was currently contemplating was the thug and how that worked.
It's probably
How does the thug work? When the thug performs a caper, play another card with it. Steal 1 million from each of your opponents for every card in their hideout that is both in the same skill as the card you played with the thug, and 2 not in a team.
So they specifically have to be not in a team.
Yes, correct.
Ah, that changes how
It's-
valuable the thug is.
well, I mean, it pairs well with the Dirty Cop.
Yeah.
I saw a moment and I took it because I saw that there was a lot of
Yeah.
that.
It was a good fucking moment.
I'm going to play the protege and I'm going to duplicate my femme fatale, which means that. pushes
Hell
forward, that
yes.
Good choice. Man, this game got thinky.
Yeah.
It's kind of the right balance of simple to understand and strategically deep, which I kind of did.
Is your turnover?
No.
No,
Oh,
he's
because
got
you
another
played
card to play.
Right.
So he has one more thing to do.
Good.
Yeah, this is very interesting.
I'm going to play 3 greens and a blue.
Green and blue.
Yep. And
It
then
happening.
I take 3 from the coffers. And I draw 1 specialist. Interesting.
It's not getting nicer.
Nope.
No.
We didn't
it's
even
not.
peek at the ending. There you go.
Yeah.
Just keeps going up in green.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
And then these come back to my hand.
No.
Alright. And advances. I'm gonna just keep that rolling with 2 greens, a blue, a red, and an inside man.
Jeez.
Jesus.
Snag this. Okay. Take all 3 mil from the coffers and 1 mil from an opponent's stash. Callahan. Rats get shot. Give me money.
Snitches get stitches. We live in a society, sir.
It may be a society founded upon crime, but god damn it, we're gonna keep on doing it.
I've been watching Black Sails again. It's great. Like, we're civilized men. I was like, huh? Did he decapitate someone in the last episode?
I mean, yeah, boy.
Alright, well, I'm going to close it out then with con man, the snitch, the inside man, the fixer, and the good man to go grab this.
It's okay. I didn't have the green to take that last one. I was
So I
trying to.
steal 5 million from the coffers and 1 million from an opponent's stash.
And does that immediately end the game?
Immediately done.
Immediately
You're
done.
immediately done. So 1, 2, 3.
That's
4.
unfortunate. I was looking forward to taking another one of your yellows.
Yeah, I believe that, which is why I'm going to take 1 million of your dollars because I hate you.
Fucking rude.
I was
but
just gonna
also-
spend the rest of the game doing counterfeiter and duplicating it with proteges
Yeah,
and just sweeping money from everyone.
Oh.
I
yeah.
was like, I can't complete the job, so I'm gonna have to
I
just
was-
steal from you.
I was trying to get as many of my green back as I could because I knew the moment one of us took this top one, it was going to domino into the last, and
Yep.
those are always worth.
And it
Those
didn't-
effects are worth more.
And I was already flush with green.
I ended up with 15 million.
Oh yeah, I gotta count.
Macaroons. Oh, I'm pretty sure I'm in second, maybe. I don't even know. No, you came out pretty good. I'm in third.
I got 13.
Yeah, I'm in third.
Considering how much money I lost this entire game, I'm amazed.
It was a real mistake trying to complete a job right away.
How much you got, Braden?
I'll tell you in a moment.
Too many-
So we got 15 for Callahan.
I think it was a mistake not
13 for
laser
Nathan.
focusing on one card.
Oh, I didn't have a choice.
And then
Every time I stacked
my
up for one,
bonus.
you would
That'll
complete
put me
it,
up to
or
22.
someone would complete it when I had
Yeah.
it.
So what do we do in the case of a tie?
Ooh,
Good question.
Q&A.
Jobs completed?
Q&A.
Oh, I hope it's jobs complete.
How many do you got?
You're fucking.
What happens if we get a tie?
I don't fucking know.
Game end. Here we go. Blah, 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 blah. We did that. You did your completions. The player earns...
So we're both at 22 mil.
If there is a tie, the player amongst the leaders with the most completed jobs is the winner.
Next.
If
Next.
there is still a tie, the player amongst the leaders with the fewest specialists, inclusive of all cards in their hand, hideout, and refresh areas, is the winner.
Oh, that's gonna be
So the
interesting.
smallest team.
Wait, what now?
So whichever of us has the fewest specialists out of everything.
You can literally just count your cards because you both have the same number of ring leaders.
Fewest specialists. I thought there were ringleaders. Supposed to be ringleaders in
But
the.
you all have the
The
same.
ringleaders are
So you can just count your cards.
Does it count in the hideout?
yeah,
Yes.
all everywhere.
Hideout, refresh, everything.
I have a team of 11.
You're gonna win.
I had a pretty sleek team.
He beat me by 1.
Yep.
That is such fucking horseshit.
Yeah, you ended up that femme fatale bullshit was.
That
Now I think
Well,
there.
starting with 1 was real.
you started with 1,
I did.
so you had 2 of them.
I started with
Yeah,
1.
there's
I
a
actually
femme fatale in
binned
Fucking
1
Christ.
in favor of the inside. Because
So-
I felt like the wild would be more helpful.
We play
And it
again.
was. I'm good for another one.
Yeah, we got that.
This was good. I liked it.
I lost by
Pull
1
your
fucking card.
ring.
I mean, in
leaders
fairness,
out.
I had to catch literal runner to get that tiebreak.
I was having to pull the most heinous of bullshit, copying my
Wait,
own crap
somebody had ring
in order to
leaders.
get ahead.
Oh, that was fine.
Alright, so my ringleaders are out.
There you go.
That's so.
Everybody got
And
the
I
ring
think
leaders
it's
out?
obvious that the femme fatale is the most powerful card.
Yeah, because it literally allows you to play twice.
But the trade-off with that is it's also going to be the one that's going to be the most likely to be copied or stolen. So knowing when to safely play it is also important.
I'd say Wheelman is
Wheelman was pretty great.
Wheelman
roughly
is
equal
top 2 for sure.
Protege.
Proteges.
With the wheelman or the femme fatale, it's good to have a protege in there. I had
Protege
two-
only applies when it's not on a target that's in a team. So
Going to the decks for you.
No, more.
Yeah.
we start out with 3.
So we start out with 1 million.
3.
Oh, we get 3.
PJ is cool.
So there's my stack of 15 back.
And I need all the missions back in.
Green,
Um,
blue,
I'm already in order.
red.
Lame.
I liked the yellow ones. At least at
Didn't
first.
know.
They got actually less good the further you went into.
You were also wrong in thinking that I was going for the green ones, Callahan. Those weren't the ones that I was aiming for.
No, I said you were the one that had the best chance at them.
You
had
have a
the most
lot
green.
more green than I think the rest of us. Brayden might have.
What would have
extra
happened
ammo.
if we had tied for the number of specialists?
Then
I'm
Would it have been
pretty
a
sure
co-
it would have been co-victory at that point, because
at
there's
that
nothing
point,
else.
let's see. No, it doesn't say anything else. So,
It would have been co-victory.
yeah. All right.
Fuck you.
Specialists.
In fairness, my organization is going to recognize that keeping you appeased is very important, because if you get so much as one more ally, I'm gonna get mugged and taken out of my position. So
You could not have dealt any shittier if you tried.
don't worry, PJ. You will basically be my right hand as we keep these rats in
Shockers.
line.
Shonkers.
Yeah.
What saith the chunk?
You got a 37.
You know what? That's fair. Oh, I didn't see that.
I got a 2.
4.
I feel cheated because your hand bumped it and pushed it.
There was some taint.
My hand stopped.
There was some taint on there.
So
Well,
Brady
he's
goes first again.
half.
What did you get?
37?
Yeah, you're the. Yeah, that's the highest.
Holy shit.
Can we not, please?
Okay.
We cannot.
Alright, so what are these again? Steal a mail from everyone. Steal 2 million from the phone. Specialist.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
I am going to move and complete a job. I'm going to spend 3 blue.
That is deeply concerning.
I'm going to take that, and I'm going to draw 2 specialists.
That's a good start.
I was pretty happy with it.
Fucking really.
Alright, I'm done.
I'm gonna start by completing a job.
I don't like the direction that conversation is going.
I am going to vandalize the gallery opening. I'm gonna steal 3 million from the coffers.
Okay.
He's a gazillionaire. Kill him.
No.
You first.
He doesn't want to kill me. He wants me to keep earning and,
Okay.
and take
He's a
them.
gazillionaire.
Fucking
Fuck
hell,
him.
man!
What?
Guess I'm playing my mastermind and just fucking off into the night.
I mean, in fairness, having enough blues to take this right off the cuff is real dumb.
That one was a nice one because you get to start with specialists.
Yeah, like it doesn't give me money, but getting a free draw 2 when most of these are just filter through X and keep 1
Yeah.
is very strong.
Well, I am gonna dump a middleman, mastermind, protege, and fall. That fall guy.
Wait, no.
I'm also going to complete a job.
Oh, jeez.
Is it his job?
He also gets more specialists.
Steal 1 mil from every opponent's stash and get more specialists.
I hate you.
See, he doesn't care if I have money. It just makes more money that I can give him.
Go forth.
Okay.
Once you complete a job, Braden.
Why don't you complete a job, Brayden?
That's a great question. I'll get right on figuring that out in Google. So you here.
You got me a snitch, a ringleader, and I can't remember the other ones.
Were you dealt an inside man?
He's not swapping out an inside manager. But he might have.
Oh, he's playing the one that allows him to copy from the start.
I am going to play a hacker. You are correct. And I am going to hack the fall guy.
Solid.
And I am going to show a femme fatale.
Solid.
What the hell's that do?
He hacked the fall guy, so the fall guy goes out, but the femme fatale stays in his
And
hands.
then I'm going to play the femme fatale.
Right. And advance this off.
Yep, that is
Nice
also.
move.
And then
Wait, what's the fall guy do?
The fall guy allows you to duplicate a card in your hand and then return that card to your hand. He duplicated.
So the
femme
fall
fatale.
guy, basically, you get to play a card in your hand, but not expend it.
Yeah.
Jesus fuck.
And
So
then
he
I'm
basically
going to
double
finish
played
with a
that.
mastermind to draw 3 and discard 2.
Were you dealt that femme fatale at the
No, I
beginning?
drew it from the job I completed.
Jesus Christ.
And then everything just kind of fell into place to be an absolute bitch with it.
Absolutely bitchy. That's you.
It is. You're not wrong.
You're a whore.
Yeah, I am.
This is
I know
true.
what I'm about. Interesting. These are all very interesting.
Oh, good. So happy for you.
Me too. I'm going to keep that one. And I'm going to bin the thug and the future. And then I am going to go to refresh.
Oh, poor gotta have.
Because I like being
in the what?
the fugitive. Something I would have liked to have capped, in all honesty, because the fugitive is sneaky powerful, but
Advancing.
it was not the time.
He's power cycling his blues so he can burn through the center stack.
Why would
I don't know. I would if I could. I will play the mastermind. What did I get? Ooh, tough call.
I accept that I did very dirty things at the start of this game.
That has automatically launched you into the...
A stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not winning in terms of money, but I am winning in
throw in
terms
the
of
dirty
resources
cop
and
and
card
the
advantage
enforcer.
by a lot. Honestly,
Protege.
I would be comfortable with.
Calling the game
House.
here?
Well, I would be comfortable with that too, because I do think I'm in an insurmountable lead. But
If everybody decides to just keep fucking with you,
yeah,
that
I mean,
might go away.
it might. I would also be comfortable saying that as a house rule after this game, when the femme fatale is played, it should be exiled when it goes to refresh.
Oh, that's dumb. That weakens
It's too powerful.
It's way too powerful.
The effect that Femme Fatale has and the fact that she...
But it has to get all the way to the end to do that. So if you want
Which
to
she
keep it, you
auto,
have to win.
which she automatically she spends one less turn in the
You will
hideout
notice
than anyone else.
Using one femme fatale on turn 2,
You ended up with a hacker.
I ended up with all the cards I spent on my first turn back in my hand.
Yeah, which means he's going to burn straight through the center stack again,
Like,
and it's because he duplicated the Femme Fatale.
Yeah. He's got the hacker. The hacker and the inside man let you copy other people's cards. That's why it's not broken.
I mean, I can see that point of view too, because everybody can build into that engine, but
Right.
the fact that I have done this before anybody has either of those cards available to them,
But that just paints a target on you.
it's not going to matter. It's going to... If this goes on another round or two, I don't see any way you guys are going to be able to stop it.
I do not have the hand set up to even challenge you. I don't.
Like, we can play it out. But I'm telling you that, yes, you can fuck with me, but if I am in a position where I can just keep recycling and taking all of the middle cards, it doesn't matter. Because I'll win on bonuses. Because the blackmailer you have to complete a job in order to be able to screw with my stats.
Yep.
Drop down 3 to snag that. Check the credit system for 2 mil. I think we're gonna take that.
I do think that's the appropriate play. Like,
None.
this is one of those moments where I have this.
The comeuppance.
Well, no, this is
No.
the foresight of.
He has,
I'm very monstrously in the mood.
Yeah.
he has, yeah.
So I'm going to advance time.
Yeah, the ability to rapid cycle shit through there is ridiculously dumb.
And it creates a runaway situation where, honestly, even if he gets targeted, it's going to take certain specific cards in order to break that. And even then, the inside man to steal his femme fatale or steal his hacker, the hacker, there's a ton of them in there.
Yeah.
If you steal his femme fatale, he gets the inside man. He just waits for somebody else to play it, and he just steals her back.
Yeah.
And he's right back to cycling again.
But
Yeah, that particular combination is incredible.
I do have blue, red, so
Yep, there it goes.
I'm going to take that. So I'm going to steal 3 million from the coffers and draw 2 specialists.
Advancing time.
Yep.
Oh, a femme fatale.
Okay.
That moves over. Follow that with pickpocket. And take 2 million from you.
Okay.
What advance? I'm going to play another protege.
Protege copies your stuff or just
Only my stuff, and they cannot be in a team. So all I did was copied my mastermind twice.
Good.
Alright. Advance. Let's be playing Femme Fatale.
Who's these?
I do not have another card to play, so I've just got an empty spot. Is there actually something in the FAQ on there?
Great question.
I would think that's how it works, and you're just kind
I'm
of
pretty
fucked
sure
on that.
that's
Now
how-
what now?
He has no card to play,
Yeah.
so
Femme Fatale was the last card in my hand.
Can I play cards from my refresher in Femme Fatale. Do so, perform the advanced time phase. Femme Fatale. All cards. It's not covered in here, but I'm guessing you're fucked. You don't get.
Yeah,
it's probably in the actual.
Yeah, I don't get an extra thing. I just
Yeah.
push forward.
You
if
have
I have that.
you have a gap in your.
Yeah, which I'm fine.
That,
Yeah,
that is the
I
point.
doubt if that was in the actual rules. It would be in the.
Does the
Yeah,
card
yeah, yeah,
specifically
yeah.
state you have to
Each
play
turn, the
another
active
one following
player
up?
must play a specialist from their hand, either perform a keep or complete a job. If the active player has no cards in hand, they must place
You
a
may
million
advance time.
token into night one of their hideout. That token advances each turn as if it were
Okay.
a card, and it is returned to the coffers when
Oh,
Oh,
there
it goes
you
back to the
go. So you
coffers.
had
Okay.
to pay monies.
Yeah.
That works for me.
Sucks.
It does suck, but I'm willing to pay a mill to actually
advance
be able
your-
to do shit.
Yeah.
Alright, so in advance time. I'm sure you don't.
You shouldn't.
Should be a card in here that lets me kill his whole team.
Would be nice.
Alright. What's the wording on the protege specifically?
Says
You may
brings
duplicate the
a-
action of a specialist in your hideout that is not in a team. They have to be single by themselves.
So you can do the mastermind.
Yeah.
I did not hear a word you just
I
said.
said that's important.
Not
I had
you.
to.
Not
had to
you,
look at a rule.
schmuck over
No,
here.
it's-
Callahan was being a sneaky boy. It didn't work. It did not.
Okay. I am going to play the Fixer. I'm going to draw 2 specialists, choose one to add to my hand, discard the other, and steal a million from top.
Nope.
I'm going to bend the con man. That's my turn, and I will refresh.
Get up, get ahead.
Hello? Gerb.
Your bid.
You get 3 million and a specialist.
Seems good. I mean, I appreciate you trying to take a little extra off the
A
top.
little bit of.
A little bit more for your troubles. I get it.
Job. Yeah.
Alright. Alright. Vance. And I am also going to do a job.
Gerb.
Gerb.
He's mugging holiday shoppers!
Mill from everything, please.
I tried.
You done the good. The things that is.
It's time.
Your team's too big. It's getting into my hideout. That means they're mine.
It does not actually. Okay, Fall Guy. Should go Femme Fatale. Femme Fatale.
No.
Okay, Femme Fatale. Okay. That's interesting. Oh no, it's not.
Okay, things.
Man. Mr. Mind.
And a fall guy.
Oh,
Everybody loves a fall guy.
I do love the phone. Yeah, in this case, I think it's probably best if I just take a couple mil off the top of it. I mean, after everything you took from me, you can.
I didn't take nothing.
You are a whore and a lie.
I took 2.
And I took it back.
That's lame.
I mean, you're not.
Nobody made money. Nobody.
But I didn't lose money.
You're lame. Alright, what do we got here?
And then I will refresh.
Thinking it's mastermind time.
I'd say a simple house rule to make that not work is to simply say the fall guy can't copy the femme fatale.
Yeah, but I have ways to get around that. That would not be enough.
Or just simply say the femme fatale can't be copied by any effect.
That would actually probably be better.
Yeah.
I would accept that, because being able to copy the
That is
fatale
heinous. That's the second time he's pulled that off and cycled his. He's basically 2 full turns ahead of everybody now.
And that's
Actually, he's probably close to 3 or 4.
and that's the thing.
Okay.
Every time it comes back around, he can recycle that same thing.
Yeah, like this is.
It's ridiculous.
I
I'm
understand.
taking your femme
after-
fatale and giving you the inside man.
Yay!
Oh.
That's not a lasting solution. But it is disruptive
A
in the net.
solution.
It is disruptive in the net.
It's stuff.
I'm taking blackmailer. I'm going to take one of your blues and swap your red for it.
Okay. You good with that?
That ends my turn.
Alright.
It's not a lasting solution, but right now it seems like I'm the only one that's able to do anything about it.
No, it's a good idea, because not doing something about it is a really bad idea.
Not doing something about it is utterly stupid.
Even here.
I'm gonna put down the pawn man. Then from here, and now from here.
Sure.
Here's my turn.
Alright. Alright, we'll advance some time. Alright, let's see what we got.
Is this a game that's already been released, or was this a Kickstarter?
It was already released, I think.
It's an indie company that produced it, so unclear.
This is basically that big garage sale that I went to. They're like, we're selling like 1,000 games, but we're not selling them early. And then I showed up 5 minutes before, and they already had a guy that had boxed up most of them.
Yeah, it was very annoying.
It was very annoying.
Jesus Christ.
Because, you know.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna have to house rule. If we play this again, we're gonna have to house rule that Femme Fatale can't be copied by any other card effect.
That rule's already on the inside man. So it should probably be.
Aside from the inside, I would say the inside man is the only thing that can copy a Femme Fatale because it literally you're just.
Well, you're not copying it; you're taking it.
Yeah, you're
There's
taking
a big
it.
difference.
Yeah.
All right, I am gonna go blue, green, and I'm gonna take this.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm gonna steal 4 million from the coffers and draw 3 specialists.
Yep.
It's a good combo.
And I had it. Like, this is what I meant when I said I was a million miles ahead. Like, I can do this.
You get 3 of them?
I get 3. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm in a stupid mood.
There's barely a damn thing any of us can do about it.
I mean, the only thing I don't have at this point is the money on paper. I'm playing with stock options at the moment. But the moment I decide I want to cash out, I don't think there's going to be a ton anybody can do to stop me.
Depends on who all has black.
Yeah, but if you're spending time on blackmailers, you're not spending time doing other things.
Advance in time. Here comes Femme Fatale. Follow that up with
Please. Yeah, I think that was the main rule balance thing that they needed to fix was Femme Fatale can't be copied. If they had done that, games like this one would not be occurring.
Yeah.
And it would be much more.
Yeah, because even if we just continue with finishing out this game, rules as written, I don't see anybody beating him.
I'm thinking we do just to see.
I'm curious to see if
catapult it to insane.
I'm gonna play Dirty Cop. Everybody owes me $1 million. That's it.
Time advances. Gonna protege the Femme Fatale.
Choice.
Gonna mastermind. Yep.
Spend that there. Fatale. Also going to protege the Femme Fatale. And then pickpocket.
Okay.
And that is me.
Alright, so time advances. I have to figure out.
I assume this is your moment.
Yes. Okay. Those guys are there. That's the strip. Okay. Let's see what I got here. Interesting.
Man. We'll go for like a 50-piece chicken now.
Green, green, red, blue. Job. And I'm gonna steal 2 million from every opponent's stash and draw specials.
Fuck you.
This is what I mean.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna return this inside man to later.
All done.
Yes, sir.
Advances. I will complete a job. I'm going to sell forge statues, seal 3 million from the coffers, and 1 million from an opponent's stash. That's right.
You get it. I am very clearly the arch enemy of this game.
Very much.
I'm gonna put this on pause so I can go to the voice room quick.
That's okay.
And then I'm going to pull off some stupid bullshit.
I mean, somebody really needs to. Because
I don't think you're winning. Although it landslides at the end.
I was gonna say, you just saw the first domino fall,
Right.
and it's only going to get worse
Yeah.
as the job rewards get better.
Right.
I have so many cards.
And you can just start completing job.
Right. That's why I said this was I was ahead of you.
Basically, the one chance that the rest of us have is that
Sucker
He-
punching men every
no, he can't get 4 in any of his without stealing from us, and we have the ability to steal back from him.
Right.
He
He does have a blackmailer.
Yeah, he can get 2s in everything, and we can be okay-ish if we can keep taking all of his money.
But the problem is, if you're taking my money, you are not taking jobs,
Yeah,
Right.
and the jobs are
Where
more
the money
rewarding.
is.
yeah.
Because
Like,
it's money that can't be stolen.
Yeah.
Well,
So
it
it can be, but
So-
if you can hang on to them, it's worth monies at the end.
like
Yeah.
the fact that I have 2 teams in the hideout already and still have a grip of 5 cards
That'd be a great
It
time to
should
play a
be
cop.
deeply concerning for you.
but that's the thing. The only advantage that the rest of us have is action economy. Like, we can get somebody consistently stealing money, and we can get somebody consistently swapping out for jobs, we can get somebody consistently taking jobs, but we have to have people doing all of that basically every turn, even to just keep up with you.
Yeah, and that's the
And
problem.
even-
I just thought of a
that-
new way of how to break the femme fatale, and I'm gonna wind up doing it.
Do it.
We'll do it.
Recall.
I'm
Okay.
eager to steal the strategy.
Time advances.
Yes.
Okay. Femme fatale
Yep, I'm in.
moves forwards. Inside man, stealing your femme fatale before she disappears.
Okay.
Time advances.
Uh-huh.
Protege.
Uh-huh.
Time advances.
Yep.
Yep. That is.
I
That is
play-
the combo of cards I'm looking to eventually assemble.
I play 3.
You can only play a specialist. You can't play a team.
Yes. And play another specialist immediately.
May duplicate the action of a specialist in your hideout. This is the hideout. I copied femme fatale with my protege.
He can only.
He can
play-
only let you play
That's
specialist. You
it.
can't complete a job. on
I
Benefit.
didn't actually. I'm copying it off the protege.
But the right.
Right.
Protege
It's,
copies
it's
the
those
specialist.
3
You can
cards
only
that you're
play
trying to put in
one
night 1 right
specialist.
now that
You
are
can't
dropped.
play a team.
Yeah.
So that
It's
doesn't work.
you still made it. Well, you still made it broken.
Yeah, it's still
Very much
very
so.
powerful. I think that was their attempt to balance this.
Actually, wait a minute.
Now, I had thrown away the wheelman to get the Femme. Now I wish I had the wheelman. It's Femme.
Hmm.
So that kind of sucks.
Yeah, that's the problem. I had the femme fatale uninterrupted for multiple turns, which is what let
Right.
I'm gonna cut out the middleman. Mastermind again.
More specialists.
I need to shuffle the outside. Shuffle the deck.
I mean, it doesn't hurt me enough. I'm already pretty well spread. And eventually I'll have enough jobs, it can't really.
Don't know about.
I mean, you're clearly not paying attention.
We'll see.
I'm going to discard the blackmail and the fugitive. Discard it back to my hand.
Alright. What's the fugitive do? Nobody seems to keep
You can take the top card of the discard, which is very powerful.
on the top of the discard. Yeah.
That is a very powerful card in the right situation.
Right. And it also makes you
It's literally
rethink
the only
how you
save-
play the mastermind.
Right.
People have those you want to bury. If you throw away a good card, you want to bury it.
Yeah. Like, it's a good, solid play.
You're up,
The
man.
problem is it keeps showing up with other better things.
Yeah, I do like the art.
advances.
Okay, so my combo wasn't nearly as broken as yours. Yours is still busted beyond all
It's a pretty
recognition.
good combo.
It is still a very good combo. You did a lot.
It is not enough to jump a person to the lead like what yours did. The fall guy and the femme fatale, that allows you to rig the system and play a bunch of teams. The protege and the femme fatale basically just lets you
it
cycle
duplicates it. I
cards
still can't-
pointlessly.
I still can't play a team even with the fall guy. All it did was let me cycle through so that I could then get all my
Get his cards back to complete a job, so he can complete jobs way more frequently.
Yeah, you're
But
yeah.
the problem was I was able to do that
The
early
fall-
without
yeah.
anybody interrupting.
The fall guy gives you that, and it allows you to complete the jobs and cycle out your team quicker.
Yes,
in order
that
to
it
complete
does.
the jobs faster.
Correct.
So it's letting you play
That's
teams.
upside down on the camera.
Yeah, fuck you. So I'm gonna play Fall Guy. I'm gonna copy Middleman. Choose a specialist in your refresh area. Team that up with the Middleman and immediately take his action. So Fall Guy goes on to Femme Fatale. Advances.
That's a nice combo.
Well, if you're teaming it up with the... Wouldn't it put the femme fatale back at 1?
Is that how that works?
Yep. The card goes out of your refresh and back into the pool because
But it'll
creates,
go to 2 because you're femme fatale.
yes, it creates a team.
Gotcha. Oh, so
Right.
it doesn't go back into his hand.
No,
Right,
So
it's-
not as good.
It puts her it puts her as part of a team
It
in
puts her
certain
back in the
cards.
hideout so that you can copy it with other things.
Yeah.
Which is still very good.
You can only copy it with things that allow you to copy from teams.
The hacker.
Yeah, if he had the... Well, no, the hacker wouldn't work either.
The hacker only works on an enemy,
Oh yeah. Okay.
And only on the first.
and the protege will not work on that because it's a team and not a single person.
But it's still a good option.
So the fall guy femme fatale is still allows you
Oh
to
yeah, it's still superior.
it still allows you to cycle out your teams faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I had a god tier hand when I got those 2 cards I drew. Like, it was good, and then I got a femme fatale. And then things went completely off the rails.
Yeah, I'm just. So yeah, that did not work how I wanted it to, but I'm just gonna do a mastermind to salvage something of it.
It's valid.
How did you play a team right after your fall guy femme fatale then?
I should not have if I did. But I thought I played a mastermind after. Oh no, I played a fixer. I had to get a fixer out to play cards because I didn't have enough for a team at the time. And then I played a team because I had all the cards back. Because I had enough at the start to take that, and then I.
That's
had
right. You
to-
played the
yeah.
team first, and then you cycle the fall guy and
Yes.
femme fatale in order to shove the team out of his
Precisely.
hideout and cycle them faster. At which point, fall guy and femme fatale drop out like at minimum a turn later.
Correct. That is what.
Tossing Thug and Enforcer.
Have you checked out those Twitch clips that I did? You had a lot of one-liners in there.
I have not had a chance to watch them. I saw that they all did, which makes me very happy. I am delighted to see you doing that, and I'm looking forward to sitting down and doing it. I was just rushing around doing stuff for tonight, last night, so maybe I should see that too.
Gregor asked me how narcissistic I had to be to watch myself playing games on the stream. I explained that Twitch was going to dump all of its stuff. And he goes, "Oh crap! I have to
Yeah.
get my stuff off of."
Yeah.
He was not aware.
Yeah.
He's
that-
like, "Did we get emailed about this?" I was like,
multiple times.
I was like, "Yes."
You did in fact get emailed about this multiple times. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure out what the best way to go about this is.
I've got my plan. It's not a great plan. I was really counting on that femme fatale coming back out.
I'm sure you were.
But the inside man isn't horrible. But it does slow things down. Oh no, I can make this work. Yeah, I can still make this work.
Yeah, I think it's time to start playing some Dirty.
That makes sense.
I'm gonna play an inside man, and I'm gonna steal Nate's femme fatale.
Ooh.
It's time.
Flavor specialist.
He's stolen your femme fatale, by the way.
It's okay, I'm stealing your street.
Fucking rude. Very fucking
Not like that.
I think at this point we can just call this. We're not gonna catch him.
Let's just play it out.
Mm.
Yeah, I think the other thing that's compounding here is the fact that he ate half the blue stack, and the blue stack is
It is very powerful.
just because it gives you specialists. So
It's in a lot of, right. The blue stack is the specialist stack. So he was ramping his hand.
Yeah.
Very fast.
Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. Yeah, I think we will.
I will say it is very amusing how we got our hands on this, and in 2 games immediately found the most
Broken ways to fuck the game. Yeah.
immediate.
You are not wrong. This game
It
went.
really didn't make it through game 1.
It really did.
You're not wrong. I'm gonna play the thug, and I'm gonna pair a blue card with it. So I'm gonna steal a bill from you and a bill from you. And then I'm gonna refresh and take all of these cards.
Inside man moves over.
Oh look, I'm back when I started.
Congratulations.
I'm gonna play the snitch. Rearrange this, and I take $1 million.
Good choice.
Pick up my hand.
Sense to me.
Good job.
Who's this?
I could take 3 more from him. It's going to matter.
Rude, but I understand.
Vince.
Oh. The snitch lets you rearrange cards in any.
Yeah.
Yes. That's why I made it such a priority to get my stuff dumped out.
Yeah. I am also going to complete a job.
Okay.
Take 5 from the populace. And 1 from me.
Okay. That's fair.
Go for it.
Advances. I'm also going to complete the job. I just need to see which one is the best one. How many cards does everyone have?
2, 1.
Okay, that makes very good sense. I'm gonna go and complete a job.
Electronic outfits.
Alright, I'm going to loot the electronic outlets and I'm going to steal 1 million from everybody and draw special.
Food.
Interesting. And I'm going to claim this back from refresh. Go ahead.
Go for it, fella.
New.
There.
I'm gonna throw the fixer in the front back.
Seems reasonable.
And that's why this fugitive is completely useless, because of who you toss away is important in the order that you toss them away in. Because it only applies to the card in the top of the discard.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you're going to pitch cards, always make sure there's a useless one at the top, which completely negates the fugitive.
That's not useless. It's just
Who's
not.
gonna use a fugitive on a thug when they could get the fixer instead?
Yeah, I mean, it's not. They're all useful. It's just not as useful.
There's a definite power value in these.
There are some times where they will be extremely useful, and sometimes where they won't be.
Plus,
and
if you
that
just keep,
varies
if you
by-
keep just playing the, what's his name? What's the green guy? The fugitive. If you keep playing it, you're draining the deck.
Yeah,
So your
that's
hand
true.
size keeps getting bigger.
But it's also a wasted action, a wasted turn. You're getting one back from the discard.
And you're pumping your job capabilities.
It's
and
too slow though.
and the things on top of that
It
sometimes
is
are.
always-
It is far too slow for
Well,
what other
if
cards
you're pumping
bring
your
for the
job
power.
capability, and you can complete jobs that are giving you more specialists, then you're okay.
Did you do your thing, PJ?
Oh no.
Okay. I didn't think so.
And advances. Inside manning your femme fatale, Braden.
Okay. Makes sense.
It strikes.
I kind of figured that was how that was going to go.
That shunts them
What
down.
about the last green one? Dick.
Block it.
Femme fataling again.
Yep.
Protegeing again.
Solid.
Paying 1.
Alright.
Refilling your hand. Makes sense. I'm on board.
I did that all for a specific card.
I understand.
Time advances, and I am taking 2 mil from Brady.
Okay.
That is me.
Fair enough. Advances. turns. Good. We'll play a fall guy. We show a femme fatale. It's time. I'm going to play a femme fatale. It's time. And I am going to play a counterfeiter and steal $1 million from each of you. And then I'm going to regret and put all these back in my hand.
Advance the time.
I didn't complete a job, but I still lock it in.
Yeah.
Which is still pretty good.
I've been at less than 3 most of this game.
Yeah, you're in my position last game.
I can't help but
Because
feel
we
somewhat
ain't
responsible for this.
There's no somewhat about it. You are directly responsible for that.
It's okay.
No, it's not.
We take it from everybody.
That's the problem.
It's a problem.
It is a.
Callahan is
There
doing
are
his
many.
best to try and fight me, but I think it's a losing fight for him.
No,
It's not going great.
It's a losing fight for everybody.
But he is the one in the best position to beat them.
Yeah.
So he was able to get 3 of the 7.
I will play complete the gerb,
Sure.
steal 3 million from the coffers,
Sure.
and a specialist.
Yeah, makes sense. It's a good card.
Yeah. Oh, that's- that's okay.
This does absolutely nothing. Blackmailer. Give me your green one, please.
All right.
You're up.
Yeah.
You got a pretty beefy stack. You're not doing bad.
I'm not doing as bad as I could be doing.
Yeah, like I am not winning at this point on paper.
Yeah.
Got some good stuff for Hacker in there. Wheelman in particular.
Yeah, I don't really want to take Wheelman, but I kind of want to take.
I mean,
Mostly
to
because-
refill your hand.
Yeah, mostly because I'll get mildly fucked out of things if I take his stuff.
I mean, you will. That's how that's going to work.
Yeah. But I will in fact be taking. But congratulations, you got
Wait.
another insight.
Oh, I thought you had Hacker.
No.
No, he decided he
Oh.
was done exchanging femme fatales with me.
Yes.
This is interesting.
Man goes down.
It's not as great as
Nathan has figured out that taking the femme fatale just perpetuates the femme fatale problem.
Yes.
right.
It's also the only way we can fight back against your combo.
No, I understand. That you are correct. Offers. Everybody.
You could really break the cycle by taking this.
I think it's too late. I don't
Yeah.
think I need that cycle.
That would have been the one to take.
I had multiple.
Oh,
I had 2.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was the whole point.
he had multiple fall guys and at one point multiple femme fatales, so there
There
were
really
too many to break the
there was too many to break the cycle, and I was trying to do that as soon as I could, and nobody else was able or willing to go against that.
Nobody was able to do it.
Alright, so time advances. Blue, blue, red, red, green. I'm gonna steal 2 mil from everyone.
Hey, get fucked! I'm already broke.
Fine, it's not for you.
It says everybody, therefore it was meant for me too. It's just you can't get blood from a rock
Yeah, I'm aware.
because
Looking
you've
at
because
You
you've
smash it into
stolen
enough people.
everything from me.
and that's why we.
He appreciates your
apologize.
service.
And I'm going to take this back to me.
Okay.
Tribbles was very upset that we're not doing checks.
Ooh, it is a new month. Yeah, I know. So, a thank you.
I don't even know what the
to-
fuck was going on. Everybody went silent, and then you started whispering, what's going on?
A huge thank you to our $10+ patrons for the month of April. That would be Trident, Triples, Madclaw, Kronos, Beelzebubby.
I feel like he's missing some.
It's funny because I know who he's missing.
I do too.
If you know it, then you'd say it.
I would.
But you don't know it.
I do.
No, you don't.
Callahan knows what I'm doing. It's called a bit.
You know-
I got it.
Yeah.
For as much shit as you put him through, I don't think that was a bit.
No, it's Madclaw. I'm purposely forgot.
Ah.
He was sassy with me.
He's sassy with everybody.
I know. But he was extra fresh with me on April Fools when I was trying to do a thing.
How delightful.
Did he say your name?
I don't think he did.
You missed.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
you
you
didn't
did.
say Buzzy.
I didn't. But you didn't let me finish.
You forgot.
You forgot.
I said Madclaw
He
already.
forgot.
And thank you, Buzz. It's called a bit.
You're a bit. You're a liar. That's what you are.
He's the one being mean to me, so he got forgotten for fun.
Oh,
How am I being mean to you of all fucking people? I'm just stealing your money.
It's being mean to me.
That's called insurance. Hello!
How's it going?
The true criminal has arrived.
Pretty much.
It's okay. I am emulating you well in your absence.
He is.
I am being an absolute
He
ace.
found the
Okay,
Barone's
so you're gonna be
fucking
very upset about this next part. So I was gonna say, are you a gambling man? If Braden's being a problem, you get a shame fact that blew my mind. If you guys triple teamed him effectively, I'll just leave it for later.
Look,
But it
man,
sounds
it's-
like he's being a problem.
Look, man, it's not for want for me trying against him. I'm doing my best.
We're triple teaming him. It's not particularly.
I'm gonna
And it's not
I'm
working.
gonna duplicate the enforcer.
Well, he
I'm gonna draw
he
one of the
is,
cards out of your
He's
hand.
mimicking me very
It's
well.
not a great use of your time at this point.
I could end up with a
How'd
fat
you let
towel.
him get that?
He did it from wrong.
He started.
I had a god
cards.
hand and they decided.
He basically got a free fucking turn.
Is that a
even if he had
ringleader?
Just the
I think that's a
No,
ringleader.
it was, but
Oh, it's not at all helpful to me or you at this point.
right, exactly. It was a useless turd of a card.
So the crazy
So-
shade pack, and
Yes.
this is gonna start off a quiz. Where do you think the coldest spot in the known universe is?
In the known universe?
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, the coldest observed spot.
Well, hold
in
on.
the universe.
Does it have to be naturally, or can it be created in science?
Way to ruin it, Callahan.
I mean, that was actually going to be my question too.
Yeah.
The coldest place in the known universe is in Manhattan, New York.
That is
That's
not
bad
where I
place.
would have picked.
Yeah, because as cold as it gets in deep space, or as close to like
It's-
Helvet,
Still not absolute zero.
they have a lab as close to absolute zero as they think you can get, and it's in Manhattan, New York.
Semiconductors
Yeah.
do some
My guess is
really
gonna be
cool
some-
So the
things.
coldest, the coldest place in observable universe is in Manhattan, New York.
I knew it was in a lab. I didn't know it was in fucking Manhattan.
Yeah, you would have guessed like
more money.
Alaska, Serbia, in case something went wrong. No, Manhattan.
Or just
No,
how much
you
more money?
don't.
Or just
Because
like
the universe
out
is Triples'
in-
heart,
or just, like,
apparently,
out in,
actually, your chain fact is invalid.
Add on 4 to whatever you're thinking.
I mean, that's
That's
pretty
a
close.
fucking-
Because there's enough turns for me to do it.
Triples likes to make her heart cold, but it can never freeze all the way to the center.
I take that. But that would
There's
be-
always that little bit of
Mm.
like,
She is too much whoosh.
oh, I did get some good news. So the adventurer
It
skill
would be funnier if
at
I
work
just give
finally
it
got
to
to me, since we all have new schedules and 90% is priority. The adventurer skill being the D&D group at work,
Nice.
and I'm running one of their games. And I had a game I wanted to run, but it was very, very horror themed, the kind of thing I would invite you into.
Uh-huh.
And I thought, I'm not going to get to run this. And then the group schedules got put up to see who would get who for their group. And I got all the reprobates I share serial killer facts with, and I'm getting to run my horror game. I just looked at the list, I was like,
Are they all serial killers that hunt serial killers?
we wish they're just harder to track down on TV.
Whose turn is it?
So
Take
happy.
Fine.
that back, Mr. DM.
Well, actually, no. Whose is it? Did you just finish going?
Yes, I just finished the business.
Well, good luck, gentlemen.
Part your face.
Hi, guys.
Femme Fatale. Femme Fatale.
I may not win,
Protege.
but I'm giving it everything I got.
I think you're by far the best position.
Oh, I
Well,
am for sure. I don't. It's,
Either.
I need the cash stack over here.
Yeah, at the moment, Callahan is roughly matching.
Don't worry, Braden. I believe in you. I'll definitely help you out.
You're matching him in job port in point of the jobs. The problem is he has very easy path to boost. It's hard to tell.
Middleman. Blackmailer. Give me your red.
No, I saw it. I already assumed that's what he was doing.
Yep.
And Dribbles, I will not be taking that back, specifically because, do you remember the particular AU that you wrote that was just so fucking horrible and sad that you stopped doing it after, like, the first one? I was all for the most heinous of it, the most heinous version of that reality, but you refused. That's on you, Dribbles. You were slightly nice one time.
Man, you do something slightly nice one time, and it just haunts you for the rest of your life.
Yeah, Red does.
Stupid kids.
We'll put down another mastermind.
Master the mind.
Master the mind. Oh, that's actually really fucking nice. Throw away a dirty cop and a common.
Sense to me.
Yeah.
That little tappity tap you were just doing sounded a lot like God, what anime was that song from?
All of them. It's a joke because I don't watch anime. You know. Although, is Vox Machina?
No, sorry,
Anime?
wasn't anime. That's the Powerpuff theme song. Don't ask me how I know.
Vox Machina does not count as an anime technically, but it is an anime in all ways that matter.
Esque. Yeah. Yeah.
It is drawn in a Western style anime art form.
Dribbles, I think I think that last bit. I don't think you ever wrote anything substantial in it because it was too terrible. It was Sans Telana, but the worst version.
Alright. Green, green, blue, blue, red, red.
You know.
I'm going to take 3 million from everybody's.
You can't get blood from a rock. Piss off.
I'm gonna keep trying, damn it. Refresh.
So, I'm gonna pull a job. I'm gonna take 4 million from a stash.
Joke's on you, I'm still up 2 mil.
That'd be precious.
Oh, fuck. Now I have to figure out what the hell I'm doing.
Pickpocketing.
Fine.
Because I literally cannot do anything else.
Bleeding him
I
is
am
good.
physically incapable of completing jobs for another 3 rounds, 4 rounds, which, yeah, it's not gonna be very tough.
Fall guy, steal con man, steal 1 mil from the coffers and 1 mil from the.
Sure.
Over there, welcome back.
Anything else?
It's me.
What did you put against?
Snitches, blackmailers, counterfeiters. Got dirty cop in there, and a wheel man.
What's the dirty cop do?
Dirty cop lets you take 1 million for each team in play. The wheelman is what you're gonna want to keep your eye on. It's I guess since you have your femme fatales, it's not as important. I thought you got to collect all your teams.
You collect all but 1 from a single team. It's still stupid powerful and better than it's better than the dirty cop.
Yeah, but I don't.
Yes, Tribbles, that is in fact the
Fall guy. Femme fatale.
Right. I was gonna say he's just gonna do it anyway.
Yeah.
Femme fatale.
And then he gets them all. He doesn't have to leave the one behind.
Correct. And I'm going to use the hacker. I'm going to copy the blackmailer. Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm getting tactical with it.
That hurts you way more.
it's true. Pick up your
And
cards.
then I will refresh.
It's over. And I'm basically doomed. Like that. I need to. This. There's not enough for a rifle couple, so I'm just gonna do it this way.
That's valid.
Fit up with. Hacker would be more useful if you could just duplicate anybody in 1 or 2 or something.
And it's why it's just the first one.
Right.
Because that would.
Let you duplicate femme fatales.
Yeah, and there's enough of that going around. Like, the fact that the femme fatale does not have the text and this card cannot be duplicated is fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, this game has been an abject demonstration. of why
That was it.
dumb.
I tried his blackmailer, just screwed the pooch on that one.
Yeah.
I can't do anything to stop it at this point.
No, he's got it pretty well locked.
Stripping 4 points off of your bonus is big game for me.
Yeah, that's a big swing.
and it's specifically the fall guy that copies the femme fatale. The protege is not worth it because the protege goes after the fall guy goes before.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I mean, you could fall guy femme fatale then.
I'm just gonna protege and copy my pickpocket.
That's fine.
Fair enough. Yep, I will move us one step closer to end of game. Back of dudes.
Taking some dudes.
Ratings of celebrity again. Email, and that is
Is that one required to finish? Or red, a blue, and a green?
Yep, and it's 6 mil.
yes.
And that'll put the nail in the coffin.
Yep, I'm gonna. Got it.
Yeah.
Enough.
Time advances.
Doesn't matter.
Yep.
I'm gonna take my 6 mil.
He stole more money from me than what I've made in that entire fucking game.
Here is
Yeah.
6.
That sounds about right.
What? That's a big stack. I am not anywhere near you.
And he's sitting on 6 mil in bonus points. I have 4.
And just the singles are worth nothing, right?
Yeah.
Singles are worth butkus.
Okay. That is in fact correct.
I got 18 that time.
18? Yeah, I was keeping an eye on you, but I think I just had more quests.
I only got 17. So,
Yeah.
third again.
I mean, again, that hand was a god tier hand. You couldn't
Yeah.
get ahead of it.
It was pretty painful.
But
I will say the only way I'll play this
game.
game again is if we rule that the femme fatale cannot be copied by anything except for the inside man.
I don't.
I think that's a valid house rule.
This
Yeah, I don't
this
think-
game.
I don't think any of us would play this game again without that house rule, if I'm
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
honest.
I knew that
Too
result.
easy to get it
I
stacked.
knew this result was going to happen the moment you played that combo, and
I
you
did too.
cycled through your entire thing, and it's just like, no. I understand where you're coming from to play it out, but I'm like, it's not going to play out how you think it is because
Oh no, it
Well, no,
pretty much
played
did.
out- played out
You
exactly.
and I
yeah.
figured
Yeah.
out precisely what was going to happen.
I still knew he was going to win.
This-
I wanted to see if it was possible to tank him if everyone
No.
was concerned.
And now, with a 3-on-1 effort from turn 2,
I
you
think
couldn't do it.
this game could be fixed not with a house rule, but with an expansion.
with an
I
expansion
can
that makes it a canon rule that's just like this isn't a house rule, this is now a
Or
rule
just
rule.
adds cards that equally breaks other things. Right? Or
No,
nerfs
I
them.
think it.
or
I think it'd be
like-
a lot
I
harder.
think
Or
the
you've got
cleaner solution
Play
is
your
just to change that
specialist, eliminate a specialist that someone else has in play. Like Hitman. Femme Fatale. Bam! Gone. Right?
possible.
But at
like,
the,
I
at
agree
the
with-
same time,
I agree
the
with Braden that it would be cleaner just to
you
house rule that, but it is possible.
you would have
Might
to
introduce other advances.
removing cards from play in the out of the style of a hitman. Nothing right here currently removes cards from play. You're always
Yeah.
going to get an equal exchange of people.
Right.
Right.
You're never being forced to lose resources, which that's what this is a resource generator.
Yeah, like you can lose your money.
The
but
moment
you can't
you-
lose your cards.
When you played that on turn 1,
yeah,
and I'm just sitting here going,
it's turn 2.
turn 2, I'm just sitting here going, this is literally Waterdeep, Lords of Waterdeep, when Shane's just like,
I have
guys,
open
we
lore,
should
and
Open
we should
Lord.
just call this. You're not gonna want to fight me on
We've
this.
done it. If people get open word on round 1, it's pretty much done.
Yeah,
yeah, and this is basically what it was. PJ and I had the exact same thought, where it was like,
I spotted that coming the moment he played it, and I'm like, game's over. Braden's won. We should just scoop the cards, redeal.
the only way the game wasn't over is if someone could immediately stop me right then and there.
Which I could not. It wasn't until I got the inside
I
man
didn't think
off
we
of
had
drawing.
enough time to play another game, which is why I just said play it out.
No, we did not have enough time to play another game because there's still an element of strategy in this that you have to think a couple of turns
Right,
ahead.
but it was early enough in turn 2 that it was at turn 2 that if it had been dropped right then and there,
I wasn't-
we could have shuffled up and right
I wasn't able to even affect you until turn 5 when I finally got an inside man
Nobody
from
was. That was the
playing.
problem.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that there are ways that could have been countered. We did not pull the cards for it, and we did not pull enough cards to do.
We didn't get the cards for it until I pulled the inside man and was able to play it on my 6th turn.
Yeah.
He went 6 rounds unchallenged. Game was over.
Yeah, and honestly, if you have the ability to complete the top blue quest first,
Yes.
I'm pretty sure there isn't a better move.
No,
No,
there's not,
there's
because
not.
it just lets you load your hand with more specialists.
Right.
And then you can just keep dropping the blue ones. If
Yeah.
nobody's competing for the blue stack, you run away with the game.
Yeah.
Because you've got the bigger.
Yeah,
well, that's
we
not
all-
necessarily true.
If you get,
If
I
someone
got
else can
blue
tie
stack-
you,
I
then
got
you
blue
lose.
stacks
But
first
that is a
last time.
one-off weird scenario.
but it didn't matter. He got that
Right.
combo. He snowballed into the blues, jacked up his resource generation, and then he went for the one that steals money from everybody. So not only is he increasing his monetary hand and completing jobs in 2 different stacks, he's also crippling the other 3 players. 4, I didn't even end in double digits. Not even if I would have stolen one of his blues away, would I have ended in double digits. It would have put me at 6.
Yeah. Well, and the problem is
That's a direct relation to Femme Fatale being able to be copied by other cards that
I
are not
agree.
the inside man.
specifically that specific strategy is so powerful, no other strategy matters.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's what we call a game-breaking.
That's why I was
also
that is
that
a-
with
that is a
Man,
broken
it gets really stupid.
right, but
Yeah.
Wheelman has the downside of you have to leave something behind.
Yes.
Oh no,
Femme
yours was way
Fatale
better.
is the
You
perpetual
were able to
motion
sweep
machine.
everything.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, Wheelman is mechanics.
Yeah, you
Femme
had
Fatale is
around where you were doing your
fuck as
job,
goddamn right.
and
Honestly,
then
you have to
around
leave
where you
2
were
cards
resetting
on.
your hand.
Yes.
So he'd just
Yes.
do a job, reset his hand.
That
do
was-
a job, reset his
That
hand.
was pure
Did
action
2 jobs
economy.
recently.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Well, you can't do 2.
I can't.
And once he got
I
to
had
the point where he had
to
enough
do
cards,
job, and then
Oh,
reset the hand.
over.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then you just do job, reset the. Why do you? That's why you ended with all those jobs.
Yeah, I completed 8 jobs out of the 20 that are out. That's insane.
That's almost a 50% completion rate, and it's because of the Femme Fatale being able to be copied. I don't think unless there was, if there was an official expansion for this, they would have to put an errata into the rules saying the Femme Fatale can only be copied by the inside man. It's too broken otherwise. You cannot solve it by adding more cards to
Or
the game.
They could also errata it so that the inside man removes the card that it replaces from the game.
Or
That would be a similarly clean.
the
count.
expansion could have some new Femme Fatales, right? Like,
There's only
Where
3
they
Femme
can't be
Fatale
duped, or
cards
they
in
can't
the
be
whole
duplicated.
deck for a 4-player game. That means one person's automatically going to be potentially.
well, there's also
At
the
minimum,
inside
one
mans.
person's going to get hosed.
Yeah. And
Like
if-
last game, we were all relatively close.
I'm gonna switch this back. Main screen real quick.
Oh,
this
yeah.
one, this wasn't even close.
Yeah. Like I knew the moment I pulled that off, and then I went a cycle without being challenged. The game was over.
The moment I spotted it, I'm looking at my hand. It's like
If they
I've
can't
gotta
stop
have
me
something that can
immediately after
stop
break this
right.
combo up while I only have 6 cards, I'm gonna run away.
Yeah, somebody was going to need to
The only-
steal your.
yeah. That's
Femme
why I led
Fatale
with
early on.
That's why I led with Mastermind. And when I wasn't getting the inside man in order to steal the Femme Fatale, it's just like, I guess I'll just pull the protege in order to copy my mass. All right, pull another 3. Well, there's 6 cards I've drawn and not what I need. Second protege. Okay, finally have the inside man. Now I have to wait for him to pull the combo off a 3rd time
Well,
in order to stop it, or at least
Now,
attempt to stop it.
That being said, I still did
It's too
enjoy the nature of this game.
yes.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I think the game
And
is great. It
aside
just
from
needs
that-
that one.
Yeah,
Even that
the
one
game is
They
good.
didn't do
broken thing,
nearly
it's
enough
great.
playtesting.
No, they did not do
Like-
Yeah,
nearly
the
enough
fact that we
playtesting.
broke it in half
Immediately.
over at our knee,
Yeah.
game 2, and we had figured out enough from game 1 how to do it.
It also explains why I picked it up for $5.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, again, one house rule fixes this entire
Yeah.
problem.
Yes.
One house rule fixes
Everything
that
is
entire
fair
problem.
again once you take the ability to copy away from the Femme Fatale.
Yeah.
Yep.
Leaving only inside man the only card able to affect her.
Yeah, which makes sense because you're giving up the inside
Yeah,
man. So
because
it's
even
really a
yeah,
trap.
because even the fact that you could only play a specialist after her doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, because I just played the counterfeiter and stole from everybody again.
Yeah,
That was my capper. Or
'Cause you-
at the end of the game,
yeah.
I copied the blackmailer and went, "Cool, I'm breaking up counter."
Right.
you either
exactly.
lead with the
Which is
lead
still
with the fall
stealing money,
guy
just
or
in a different way.
leading with the fall guy is a better move than following with the protege.
Yes, for sure.
100%. Yeah. It's a lot less interactable when you lead with the ball guy.
Correct. leading with the protege can work if you've got 2 femme fatales in order to chain, because then you can always keep one coming back to your hand because you'll shove
Nobody's
it off
gonna
the board.
let you keep 2. If they
Nobody's
have
gonna
anything
let
to
you keep
say
2.
about it.
No.
The problem is they can't stop you from keeping 2 in any way.
Yeah, the only way you can
They're
snipe
giving-
it out of their hand is with the enforcer, the one with the gun that allows you to blind draw. But if you're sitting on the number of cards that he's got and he just shuffles his hand, you're having to pull one
Right,
card that
and
you were
with the
specifically
hacker-
targeting
That was my
out of a hand of out of 12.
I needed to be able to use the enforcer to steal his femme fatale without the inside man.
Yeah,
That was the only way.
Yeah, because
The only way to break that cycle early on
Is
is if somebody had the enforcer and was able to loot it.
Yeah, you want to know who was sitting on the enforcer?
it you?
It was me.
Yeah.
I had the other ones.
That tracks.
Because you weren't going to let them be used against you.
No! I was like, these are mine. I might use them if I see the opportunity to pick apart someone's hand and kick them back down.
You had 2 enforcers, he had 1, I had 1, but even
You
I...
had-
I had one. I only
You had an opportunity when you were looking at like the possibility of using your enforcer.
Yeah.
I had 2 cards. One was a ringleader, the other was an inside man.
Yeah, but it didn't matter at that point.
And you
because
already
we
had
were
all your
late
femme
enough in the
fatales.
game
Right.
that taking a card when you have 2 has no impact.
Also, honestly,
It's a waste of my time.
I
But
think
taking a card when you have 5
there's an
is much more valuable because it
Because
takes
you
you
can't complete
away
a
from
job.
completing a job.
There's another way that I feel like we sort of broke the game. One of the ending conditions is if there's no money left in the bank to steal. Not once were we ever even close
We weren't
to
even
emptying the
remotely
bank.
close, no.
We were not even remotely close. They
You
should just
have to. Well, that's because there's cards that you.
There are
can.
cards that you can copy and do
And
that strategy.
legitimately, I might try to play. If we played this again, I might do one where I'm just like playing where you're stealing 2 million from the stash. Copy that person. You're just drawing 6 million a turn.
The
It's
other
too slow.
option,
Right.
The other option I could see,
It's
if you
too-
didn't want to
the
revise the femme fatale's ability to be copied, limit the ability used to once per turn, because that prevents you from doing other chicane. Like femme fatale's ability can
Sure.
be used once per turn.
Yeah.
You don't even have to remove the copy ability at that point, because if you copy it, cool, you have a femme fatale out, but it does not.
Now, see, that would work if more
Either-
than one
that would be
person
another
was using
option.
the strategy and 2 people were draining the bank. Other people couldn't complete jobs fast enough to win.
Actually, that would actually
No.
be better because then you can cycle back.
I'll point
around
this out.
and look at things.
even if both of us were using that strategy of trying to drain the central bank, it doesn't matter at the rate he's completing jobs and taking money from us and getting money as rewards from the jobs, where the jobs give you more rewards
is
than what
true. He
than
would
what
also
single
have to
cards
be
can
able-
If you were
steal.
looking for an alternate way to stop me, draining the deck was the alternate condition because I saw it was getting low.
But even then, we cannot do it fast enough in order to stop you, and that doesn't solve the main problem.
Correct. If you're
of your-
draining the deck, you're not stealing from me. Right.
Correct.
I'm fighting you on so many different axes that
off of one combo.
yeah.
One 2-card combo allows him to multi-prong attack 3 different things at once.
Yeah, because it
And the moment he-
cycles
yeah.
everything extremely
Exactly, and then all he needs is a single copy of the black mailer, and he can
Inside man,
he
yeah,
can
in the black
he
man.
gets to pick and choose what combos he gets, so he can turn a single job into a double with a bonus.
For what it was worth, I was specifically aiming for 2 of every color so that I could break the black mailer.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
And I was basically there. I had 1 of everything and 2 of most things.
the job.
I did look at that. I was like, maybe I could tank his points by stealing his jobs. And I looked at it. It's like anything that I trade with him is just an even swap.
It's an even.
That is why
yeah,
I
it's
did it
even
the way I
trade.
did.
Right.
And I was looking at it, it's just like, all right. As far as I knew, he hadn't played the black mailer at all. So I'm like, he might not have one. He had a lot of cards, but he might not have one.
I didn't have one.
So I'm just going to try and kingmate Callahan, because at the time you were the only one that was even close to him.
I saw that. I saw that you were taking the green. I'm like, he's gonna give it to Callahan and make it my problem. But if someone plays a blackmailer when Callahan has all of them, then I can basically turn a 2-turn action into a 1-turn action for me and gain action.
Yeah.
And if I do it at the right
had to
time,
The dumb thing
it's
is
a
you
back-breaking.
and the dumb thing is you didn't even need
Where did
action
you get
economy at that point. You had action economy from turn 2.
Oh, this is Pokemon stuff.
Yeah, it's just Pokemon stuff. Yeah, like I needed to stay conscious of it because the game turned into arch enemy 3-on-1
Yeah.
with absolutely correct cause. Like the moment I showed off the God Hand in turn 2, everybody correctly deduced I had to die.
Yeah.
And even trying to dogpile you 3-on-1, it wasn't until 4 turns later where somebody actually started to hit your combo, and by then it was too late.
Yep.
Yeah.
If it had been hit immediately after, or maybe even a turn after, I don't think I would have catapulted.
I didn't
as
get an
far as I
enforcer until like round 7.
The only hope to breaking that immediately is if one of the other three people has an inside man in their
or
hand
can
that they drew.
duplicate the combo and can fight me on equal footing.
I think I only got to use my femme fatale once before it was stolen, and then really,
Yeah.
I saw the trading thing. I was like, trading doesn't do me any good. It's just wasting it.
Right, so because I wound up with 2 of the
Right.
inside men and just took 2
Yeah.
femme fatales.
Yeah,
Right.
you started with a God Hand, and then it only got better.
Well, again, that's why the blue deck was so strong. I drew
Yeah.
5 cards basically immediately,
Yeah.
which was ridiculous.
You drew 5 cards immediately. You were what? 12. You were like 10 mil up at that point, and then you went for the red deck where it's just you're stealing. That's an even bigger return on your money because you're stealing from 3 other players.
Right.
Until the point where, and even after you knock me down to completely 0,
I'm still
you
stealing
hit
from the 2 who are
you
trying
hit
to
me.
fight.
Yeah, you hit me twice. You're still stealing from the 2 people that are still left trying to fight you. So you're draining them both at the same time. It's too strong. You're hitting on. That is a 2-card combo that hits on too many fronts all at once.
Yeah.
But other than that combo,
The game itself was very good.
Yeah.
The first game went very
I
well.
like the
and all future games will go well
I-
if we
Yes.
keep the femme fatale from being caught.
right.
first
I
game,
would
feel
say
like
that
it's
would be
kind
the
of
best
bad.
rule solution to making that.
Because that's already a rule that exists on the inside man. You might as well just put it on the
Correct.
femme fatale.
Yeah.
That solves the problem. The game becomes much more strategic
Yep.
indeed.
Instead of just trying to say you can only activate once, no. If they have multiple femme fatales, cool, you can chain them, but you can't copy it.
Well, and I also think that
Well, and if you chain them, someone's going to break that.
Yes, somebody's gonna break it,
yeah.
and that's the point because you'll have both of them out there.
They'll be
You're gonna
vulnerable
get
to
at least,
inside men,
yeah,
they'll be
you'll
vulnerable
probably get at
to-
least one of them
Well-
back, maybe if you don't have a.
But if you can't keep getting them through your hand fast enough, you're vulnerable to enforcers. You can't stack your hand as quickly as he did.
Yeah.
He did still have a jump by that, starting with the 3 blues. He had a jump.
Yeah, that put me in a very commanding position, except for the fact that Nathan literally followed me by doing the same thing.
Well,
Yep.
I also started the job, but not the blues.
Yeah, he
never
never
gets
gets
blues.
He took a
my immediate thing was stop him from getting blues if possible. Those went away real fucking fast, and then stop him from getting forward in anything.
and that didn't.
work.
It didn't work.
Uh,
I knew it wasn't going
It
to matter.
fucking did.
It worked, but I never was going for it because I knew it would never happen.
Yeah,
Like,
It was
Trying to
it
go
was
for-
entirely possible for you to get.
trying to
There
go
were
for
several opportunities where it would have catapulted you even higher. It was just unnecessary.
trying to go for 4
Yeah, it was also
jobs
really
in this.
Yeah.
I honestly think is a fool's folly. You were better off just aiming for 2 of everything.
Typically,
Yeah.
the way that you'd want to do it is
Because
to
then the-
get 2 or 3
and then
then-
you use a blackmailer to complete your set.
Yeah.
Because that's what I did in
right at the very end, when people don't have the room to maneuver to overtake.
Or
depends on
it's
whether
gonna
you have
waste
the
their
blackmail
action
or
without
not.
me to do so.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I did in game 1 to great success.
Yeah.
Is Nathan took a yellow from me, so I took it from him.
Yeah.
I took it back and I took it again.
Yeah, well, like that's the thing that I learned in the first game. If you just get 2 of everything, it's basically meaningless. People will beat you on just raw cash that they have easily.
The only reason 2 of everything worked for me was because it was serving as a shield against the blackmailers,
Exactly.
which was the only way you guys were going to catch up with me if I let that be a weakness. And I went, you know what? I don't need a heal. Achilles can keep it.
Yeah.
You suck.
I get it. Look, it is rare that someone can withstand the 3-on-1 pummeling in any game.
Yeah.
Like, it has been a good long time since we've had someone that far ahead, knowledgeably that far ahead, and
Everybody working. in
everybody knows what the score is.
I would like
And
to
it
state
doesn't
for the
matter.
record that I was the voice of reason when he pulled that off the first time. I'm like, can we just scoop this and restart?
I will also
Literally
state I was the
everybody-
voice of reason.
Literally everybody knew what was happening. I was with Callahan on running this.
Yeah, you and I were on one team.
Right.
These two wanted to play it out. I'm like, you know what? It is better TV to play it out and show why this is busted.
Why it's
Yeah.
broken? Because it makes sense to us, but it doesn't necessarily make sense to people that just don't play games.
If you're not as involved in the board game scene or in Magic or other things, I think this is a good object lesson for why a situation like what I showed, when you see something like that, why it's that busted.
Yeah.
Because card advantage on its own isn't enough. It's powerful. But the fact that I was able to leverage it into I'm draining the deck, I'm draining your money, I am
You're
completing
training
quests.
jobs.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm fighting you on every axis competently, and the three of you have to fight me as a unified front on one and a half of them, and that's not going to be enough by the time you do it. It's
It is educational, and I think actually a good. I think this is actually a very clear lesson in kind of how to spot that when it starts showing up.
honestly, yeah, this is kind of a perfect object lesson for that, and I don't know that we had a clean situation like this before where the person who was that far ahead realized it, and everybody realized it before they did.
Yeah.
Because when Shane said he was going to win the game, we have had an instance of that where we played it out, but it wasn't. I don't know that that was on camera, and it was not very clear cut.
Yeah.
This is as clear cut a lesson as it gets. I don't think you could have a better example.
Yeah.
And actually, that's a really good thing.
I'd say playing this with the house rule in the future would
Fixes
make
it
the
right
game perfectly balanced.
Yeah.
And it's fun. Like when you are
Yes.
not bending the game over your knee and stripping the action economy from everybody. This game is very strategically deep. You
Honestly,
have to
yeah.
be paying attention.
I feel like having functionally set teams makes the gameplay a lot worse. Like just the three of us versus him, I think that was worse gameplay wise
It was.
because part of the point of this is to shank everybody. And
But Sir Shank
He was shanking everyone. We were attempting to shank him back. It wasn't quite
he was
working.
shanking one motherfucker. We were all one motherfucker. That was a two-player game.
It was. It was the three of you on one team against me.
Yeah, this is not supposed to be a Mexican standoff. This is a circular fucking firing squad, and that's when this was at its best in the first game.
Yeah.
Except he had both guns and we had a rubber chicken.
I
And
brought
a
a
second game.
flamethrower,
Yes.
and you brought squirt guns. They were super soakers. I'll give you that.
It's still a flamethrower.
But it's still a fucking flamethrower.
a Krakatoa thermobaric flamethrower.
I mean, I'm not gonna belabor the point, but I do like the technicalness. But yeah, I would play this again. We now
Absolutely.
know this has to have a house,
Plasma thrower. I want to see what it does.
and I would play this again with that in place, no problem. This game is
Absolutely.
quick to teach, easy to understand. It, despite being a take that game, it
Why
is
is it called Grifter?
it is
though?
strategic because you're grifting. All the jobs are grifts.
It's a and it's a fun name.
So, sure, sometimes you're stealing from stuff, but sometimes you're running a fucking Ponzi scheme or building bioweapons.
I would have called it like Syndicate or Mafia or something like
Well,
that.
Mafia's
Oh,
taken.
taken.
I'm
No,
pretty
no, no,
sure
no.
Syndicate's
Syndicate was taken too.
Son of
The entire point is to not pay the people who you've hired to do all the jobs for you, which is why you only have to pay them when you fuck up and leave a space empty.
Yeah, and then when people do all the hard work, you grift them out of their money.
Yeah.
It's a good system.
I still say the Syndicate thing.
Yeah, you did a lot of work. You didn't end up with much.
But I will argue that your back is
Thank
probably
you.
sore in game as
For
well
rubbing
as
that in.
from carrying these two.
Abject ass.
You got grifted. Grifted.
No. He was the distraction. The problem was, well, I was being distracted. My team, my extremely large team that I would have lost every tiebreaker in the game to,
Yeah.
was busy mugging the shit out of you two.
Old half deck Braden.
I mean, the blue cards drew me cards, the red deck drew me cards, the pink deck drew me cards. Like, I didn't.
They did.
I played
well,
one
it's-
mastermind. No, I
it's
played one
the
fixed.
blue deck
Yeah.
is every one. All the other ones are every other one gives specialist.
Yeah, but I kept
your
getting the
timing
every other.
was-
He got basically all of the ones
You were
that
getting the ones that
Yeah,
give
he was
specialists, and
rapid
then on
cycling
your
his
off-
shit, that's the
on his
point.
offhand, he was recycling his hand
Yeah.
while somebody else bought one of those jobs. He's like, oh, we're doing this.
I was like, cool, your hand is empty. I can buy 2 jobs.
Yeah.
Bye.
Too busted.
No argument here.
Far too busted.
This is the most cracked a game. This is the most cracked we've had a game be since Pirates.
Honestly, the crazy part kind of is
I don't know,
how
but we didn't
close it
play
is
test
to
this at
not
all. It
be.
was pretty.
I mean, that one's designed to be cracked.
Yeah.
This one is not.
What do you
This
mean?
one is not designed to
What do you mean
be.
Pirates is designed to be cracked?
I figured out how to break Pirates in 2 games.
I don't remember that. How did you break it?
Speed ran the routes.
Speed ran the what?
The routes.
Oh, just getting to Tortuga.
If you get 2 ships to Tortuga, you win.
So you just focused on that and nothing else.
And I handily beat the table.
Hmm.
It was not close.
Is there any way to hinder another opponent? Or
Yes,
is
there are multiple ways to do it.
Many.
They did not know.
They did not come up.
Because I basically
it
went.
you were too far ahead and
In
it didn't fucking
fairness,
matter?
that is with the basic rules. The advanced rules, you wouldn't be able to get away with them. It was the basic rules I broke.
Fair enough.
The advanced rules have enough extra stuff going on. I don't know that
I feel like he did this to us in Zolkin too.
I wouldn't know.
I did do this to you in Zolkin. This is exactly what I did
With the basic rules.
with the basic rules. But the problem was, this game adds 1 rule set.
Hmm.
The basic and advanced rules are the same thing.
Yeah.
And I have every confidence that if any of the 3 of you had what I had, you would have done literally the exact same thing.
Oh, hell yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And we would have teamed up against you,
And
it
it wouldn't have mattered.
wouldn't have mattered. We would have died, and then we would be having the same discussion.
I would have done it, but I feel I would have been different from you 3 in that I would have been very much more vocally like, you guys are not going to stop me.
I was very clear on that.
Yeah,
I was not only clear on it, I led with that.
And I would feel horrible for beating up essentially puppies and or beating up little kids, stealing their
I only
candy
feel bad
and their
about what
money.
I did to you because you were an involuntary participant.
Yeah, no,
These
we
2
asked for it.
signed up for the ass whooping. These puppies deserve to drown.
It made for a good
But
stream.
it did make for a good stream. You are correct. It was very. Honestly, it's nice to have this recorded. Like I said, like when we say insurmountable card advantage, we can point to this and go,
Right.
"This is a prime example of what
This is
happened."
where everybody can agree. 1 minute into a 3-hour game, everybody's just like, "We're done.
It's over.
We're done. He won. Okay."
We're done.
We're done.
We
He
want-
won. Scoop
Everybody
the cards,
acknowledged.
reshuffle.
Let's see
It
how
was-
shit that's going
Yeah, you wanted to try and see if you could unseat me in a 3-1, which is a noble goal.
It cannot work.
But PJ and I had already done the math and figured out it wasn't going to work when I got 2 uninterrupted turns.
Well, no, everybody knew it wasn't.
Because it took me
We
3
were
turns
all
in order to break his
completely
shit.
on board from minute
Well,
one.
nobody knew I was getting the uninterrupted turns. That was the catch. The moment nobody interrupted me was when it was done.
Because we couldn't. I was fishing for the card that I needed to
Wild.
interrupt you.
Oh, or Pokemon.
Yeah, it's not Pokemon.
It's all Pokemon.
It's all.
I was fishing for the card
we
that I
have
needed to
viewers
break
still?
your shit,
Are
and then
you
it
in
didn't
there?
matter because it's like, hey, cool, you copied my femme fatale. Be sure shame if, yeah, I had another one.
Yeah, we've actually
Oh.
got quite a few people watching.
And I'm just
For
gonna,
the
you know,
police.
That's okay.
I'm gonna
In
inside
fairness,
man
we
my
did
femme
finish the
fatale
game.
back.
It's it.
It is.
It is.
So we've said what there is to say at this point about it. Like
We've said it several times.
We've said it several times.
Fun game. Just add that one. If you guys, anybody decides to pick this up, really fun game. Just add that
Add
one
that
house
last
rule in. Femme fatale cannot be copied by anything except inside man.
Or
One week,
you
and this
can
is
also
great.
do the once per turn. Either one.
Yeah.
Either method solves the.
So yeah.
But thank you all for watching. Thank you all for enduring the second game with me. First game was fun though. First game was we got to see the strategic depth, and if we play this again, we will have it.
Yes. I'm actually kind of looking forward to it.
Me too,
This,
actually.
this is fun.
I like this game. But you all have a good night. I'll see you on Monday. Have a good night, all.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Bye, Tribs.